And we're live.
What's going on, everybody? Off the Top is in the building, and welcome to the WGC podcast. As y'all can see, we got a full house tonight. We got all the fellas, and we got a few guests. Let's go ahead and start off with some introductions, starting with my boy in the middle, Bryan. What's happening?
What's good, man? Y'all already know me, just Bryan. If you been tuned into the channel, you know I've been on my grind. Daily uploads every day. I've been doing my thing, man, killing it. So I just gotta applaud myself. You know what I'm saying? But forget all that. Y'all make sure to tune into my boy, Kero as well, man. He been doing his thing. Not to speak for him, but he been grinding. So has Clint. So has Dubbs. So has Kenny. So has the guests. So has Loaded, and so has UTV, man. But go ahead, Kero, take it away.
Well, great minds think alike, don't they? Just Bryan and why?
Yes,
I've been also, like he said, grinding lots of WWE 2K24 content. For a couple of weeks, I've been working on that wrestling code video. I finally got it out today, so do check it out after the podcast. I'm glad you're all here. Let's get it done today.
Let's do it.
Clint.
Oh, hey. You know my Stryzer Tube Wrestling. I cover all wrestling games, big and small. I just made a video on the Wrestling Empire and a water match. You have to go check that out. Make sure you check out all our channels. Congratulations to Bryan for crossing 2,000. That's awesome, bro.
Hey.
Congratulations to Kero. You hit that a few weeks ago. So follow me on all socials. Let's go. Mr.Dubbs.
Dubious ones, welcome back. I, of course, am Mr.Dubbs. You can find me at Mr._Dubbs on YouTube. And check me out every single week as I have a new weekly special on my channel of This Week in Wrestling, where I recap all the biggest news that we have in wrestling in a short, truncated timetable. But let's move on down. Are we going down? I guess we're going down to Unsanctioned.
I know it's been a while, a long-ass while. I know.
It's been a long damn time.
A long time. Finally. But I'm back up in this motherfucker. You can go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube at UnsanctionedTV. Follow us on Twitter, UnsanctionedTV, covering all things wrestling games and also MMA. Let's get it.
All right, Loaded.
So you guys can follow me at Loaded is a Beast. I cover wrestling games, mainly AEW Fight Forever. 2K24 is going to be the same shit as last year, most likely. So that's why I haven't been really talking about it. But these guys have been covering it, so check them out too. So also follow me on all socials. I've been doing some more YouTube shorts, mainly just like talking about extreme sports, like stunts, focusing on gym, fitness. So check that out.
Okay, all right.
Okay, my boy.
Yeah.
We got Deli in the building as our special guest tonight. Deli, what's up? Tell everybody what's going on and where they can find you. I see the Dragon Ball Z poster on the wall, so I already like you.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody, man? My name is Deli. I appreciate everybody for me being here. Everybody, so y'all make sure y'all go follow everybody page, all their socials. You know what I'm saying? Me and my boy Bryan, we've been close for at least probably about 4 or 5 years. We've been playing 2K together for a long time. So if y'all want to see me play 2K, I know this is more wrestling and whatnot. I will be trying to get into that more, but you want me to play 2K, Madden, I do stream on Twitch a lot. Pretty much every single day. I am in the 2K world, but I am trying to get into the WWE 2K world. So
all right.
So
we can definitely help you get there. Definitely glad to have you on the show. Bryan, Did you want to add something else for Deli?
Oh nah, just make sure y'all go follow his Twitch if you guys do like 2K basketball, because that's his thing. But we gonna do my best. I'm at least gonna do my best to get my boy in his first step in the community as well.
Nice.
All right, and we got best friend of the show from Real Take Wrestling, Omer, is in the building.
Hulk Hogan is a racist. It's true. It's true. It's over again.
There we go. Starting hot.
What's up, everyone? Really appreciate y'all having me. For the chat, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever one of these videos is released. We're going off the top. I'm excited. I'm hyped. Yeah, that's my intro.
All right.
How'd I do?
And of course, we are glad to have you as well. Omer, my name is Kenny Baum. If y'all don't know, y'all can follow me at Kenny Baum on YouTube. Definitely cranking out the 2K24 content. I'm excited to get that going. Hopefully we get this reveal next week and we're going to crank it up even more. And Omer just asked y'all to drop a like on the channel. So just to let y'all know, if we get 100 likes on this video tonight, we will be giving away a copy of WWE 2K24. We tried it last week. Y'all didn't hit it. But if y'all can hit it this week, we're going to get that done. So make sure you drop a like on the video. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Primetime 210237. Stryzer too. Shout out to Clint. Shout out to Mr.Dubbs. Shout out to John Keegan. Shout out to Joseph Montoya. Who else we got in here? Real Take Wrestling. Make sure y'all go follow Real Take Wrestling as well. It's Taco Kid always in the building. Shout out to you as well as Jay Barnacles. We also have Johnny, who says Kero is looking hot tonight.
Yeah, I was like, what? Who's that?
Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Kero, but pause. We got Miss Lucky Chloe. What up, guys? Coming from Unsanctioned TV. Shout out to Chloe and Unsanctioned TV. And let's go ahead and get into the pod. So we're going to be starting off with some talk of the giveaway topic tonight, which is WWE 2K24. There's been some things going on. So now, as I said earlier, I think we might get a reveal next Monday. But they dropped the logo this week. So we got some footprints there. They dropped the logo, and we saw Mike Straw put some news out saying that this game wouldn't have any big features, but they're going to tweak up on pretty much what we got. Now, what concerns me when he says big features, I saw something Kero point out as well, was the fact that he referred to war games as a big feature. So do y'all think WWE 2K23 is 2K24 is going to be 2K23.5, or let's just jump right in front of it. Cornell 2K called cap on this story. Do y'all think this is cap, or do y'all think Mike Straw is correct, as he usually is, and this game is going to be more of just 2K23.5? We'll start with Bryan.
In my opinion, I don't think that it's going to be 23.5. I think that with what they have right now, I think that they can really work on this and refine it to something even better than what we have now, because I think we can all agree the game has its flaws and everything. So yeah. I think if you take this game, you add more features to the universe mode, things like that. I'm not asking for anything crazy big. I think we'll still be all right, but it really depends, bro. I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that question. We'll have to see.
All right, well, let's say that gameplay, let's say there was one tweak or one thing changed within the gameplay itself. When you're two wrestlers in the ring, what's one thing you would want to see changed or updated?
I need to stop dodging people, bro. This ain't boxing. I ain't dodging. I'm not doing any of that extra stuff. Just let me fight and let me reverse, bro. Like, I know 2K15 is a game that's heavily criticized based on how slow and how simulation based they tried to make it. But just like the easy, just like that you can reverse a move or whatever the case is, like that was it for me. I'd not all that dodging stuff, and I feel like this game is too easy. Make it harder.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move to Kero.
That's an interesting.
Kero, do you think this game is going to be 2K23.5, or what do you think is going on with 2K24?
Oh man, based on the track record, based on what Mike Straw has said on Twitter, I feel like we're getting 2K23.5, and it kind of saddens me, because that means that most likely maybe we'll get some improvements on My Rise. Definitely, my faction will be getting much more upgraded and much more invasive. Universe mode is going to be exactly the same. It's going to be buggier than last year, and anything else that's left. Maybe my GM will get a couple of match types, but that's it. So that's kind of crushing my spirits right now. I don't know. I hope it's not the case. I hope they actually, even if they add nothing new, they go in there and really refine Universe mode or what's already there. But like you pointed out, Kenny, when they called, at least at that tweet, like, what is it? The war game's a huge future. Like, come on now, chill out. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool calling it huge. Like, if you called story mode a story creator huge, hell yeah, I'm right behind you. But yeah, so that's what I'm scared of. And one thing I would want is also gameplay related. Just like Bryan said, just more wrestling related stuff, like chain wrestling should come back, not in the same way that it did, where it just like straight up just axed the flow of the match, but like complementary. You can do it. AEW Fight Forever did it, so you can do it too. And yeah, like even I was watching a video about 2K19 today, and when you punch somebody, they sell it in so many ways. They sometimes sell it normally, they turn back, they go to their knees. Like there's so many opportunities to, how cool wrestling matches or cool moments happen. That's now completely missing in the game. So bring those back, man.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to Clint. I know you are our creator wrestler guy. What do you think? What are you expecting from Creative Wrestler or 2K24 as a whole?
Hopefully get some new parts and some new facial animations, because what they tried to make it look a little better in 2K23, but they really limited it. There wasn't as many options to pick. Now you can use the face uploader and upload whatever you want, but I mean that's a whole thing, and I don't know if you guys have tested that out, but it's kind of a pain to get that to work right. So some people even like take money for it on Patreon because some people have a hard time figuring out so much. But if it is just an upgrade year, I hope they take the time to like Kero said, fix some of the gameplay, like that 4 different counter buttons or combo breakers, as my commenters corrected me on. We come on, 2 counter buttons. That's all we need. I hope made a whole video on it. I don't know why we changed it. We figured this out back in the GameCube and PS2 era. Why are you making it complicated? It's not a fighting game. It's a wrestling game. We got to go back to the basics. It's just.
I agree 100%. My biggest thing is the reversal system in 2K23. I don't like. So I hope they go, you know what? Change it to the way AEW Fight Forever is, the way y'all had it before. Left button for punches, right button for grapples, or whichever way it is. What do you say, Mr. Dubbs?
Oh, well, I have to sadly disagree with your statement earlier. Is this going to be 2K23.5? No. You guys had been playing. I did not. You guys played WWE 2K22.5. I'm getting a whole new wrestling game because I skipped 22.5. I still have 2K22. I'm looking forward to getting 2K24 as a new wrestling game. I get a War Games match. I get to hope that they add 2 rings to the create an arena feature. That's what I'm hoping for. I want to see a multi-ring create an arena. So even if you can't have the 3-ring World War III that WCW used to do, you could at least have 2 rings as a regular arena that's not got the cage around it and do stuff with that. I think because they wouldn't be able to announce that as a new huge mode, but that would be huge for the creation suite. Being able to have a multi-ringed arena, I think would be super cool. And I agree with everything you guys have said so far. I don't like the counter system. I don't like the stunned system with your guaranteed hitting all your finishers and stuff. I just don't like how it plays online, personally, as a big online player. But I am very much, this is the most I've looked forward to a 2K game in a very long time because I had that break. I haven't played since 22. The creation suite's always amazing. Community creations is always amazing. And now I get to jump into a brand new My Rise. And I'm excited to hear they're not going for a big new mode and they're revamping things because I want them to fix universe mode. Universe mode to me is you could combine all of GM mode and just make it a toggle to universe mode. And I know Clint talked about this in one of his most recent videos. I agree 100%. There's so much more that can be done with universe mode to make it the most in-depth career mode we've ever seen, and we're missing that. I want to see all those little cutscenes that we used to have in Create a Story. I don't need Create a Story to come back. I just need you to throw all those cutscenes into universe mode so they're randomly popping up.
To come back. Don't let Mr. Dubbs put that narrative out there.
I'm saying if they're not going to bring it back because of all the bugs, at least incorporate all those assets and all those cutscenes into universe. Because the biggest problem I have with universe mode is they cut out the promo system, which I liked. They got rid of so many cutscenes, and all I want in any feud I'm in, especially if I'm playing the single player superstar mode, I want cutscenes after before or after every match. Yeah. You know, if not at least every 2 matches. But that would make the superstar mode stand out. If you're in a feud, you're getting all these cutscenes with your creator wrestler or with your AEW wrestler or with your, Roman Reigns or whoever you pick as your superstar. I think that could be the ultimate road to WrestleMania career mode. Here comes the pain. Like we used to have these great, amazing career modes. And to me, My Rise has never hit like those ones did. Yeah. My Rise has never been it for me, so I was always hoping.
I completely agree with you, Mr. Dubbs, but you're touching on every mode, and we gotta save some of it for later. We gotta save some of those topics for later. But let's go ahead and get to Unsanctioned TV, and let's see what he expects from 2K24, or does he think we'll get anything different in it?
2K24? Oh, you mean WWE 2K22 reskin version 3? Can't wait. Anyways, about that, me, Dubbs, Beast, we are online players, so you have to fix these damn servers. I mean, I don't know how many times we got to say it, bro. These servers are absolute dog shit. And it's not even just with playing matches online. This has to do with community creations too. Like, let's say you type something in, it takes like 5 minutes to load, or it's not even going to load at all. So that, and also like Dubs was touching on the career mode. The career modes have been absolutely awful in my personal opinion. This is not just my rise. This is also showcase mode too. Let's bring back a compelling story. You know, make
Yeah.
me really rethink my decisions. Like, oh shit, am I gonna choose this? Am I gonna choose this? You know, expand it. Let us have crazy branching paths. You know, really
Yeah.
really get us connected with the game again, and add more match types. You know, things like that. Just let us get connected to the game, because these wrestling games, I'm not gonna lie to you, they only have nowadays probably like a month to 2 months of appeal. Like, why can't we enjoy these games for a full calendar year? Because
Yeah.
they're not adding much to them. Simple as that. And one last thing, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna touch on gameplay. Because AEW Fight Forever, it has great gameplay, but you know, there's no content. So
Yeah.
WWE 2K, on the other hand, comes to creations. The creation suite is fucking packed, but the gameplay is just trash. So, you know, get back to the basics. Let's add chain wrestling. Let's bring back transitions, you know, front face lock, rear, and let's loosen up on these invisible barriers. Like, holy shit, 2K.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, like you said, I mean, AEW Fight Forever, that's what really hurt it the most. The fact that we couldn't even enjoy it for 3 months, let alone a year. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what 2K22 point version 3 has to deliver for us. What do you think, Loaded? I think I got an idea, but how do you feel about 2K24? What do you expect from it?
Nothing. Nothing new. I think maybe we'll get a special guest referee, but it'll only be like a one-on-one match. Yeah. And then in 2K25, that's when we'll see a special referee matches in triple threat and 4-ways or 6-man tags. But in this one, because they're going to make us wait a year. So, and Unsanctioned is right. These games are fun for like 6 months and then you're bored of it.
Yeah.
They did a better job than Fight Forever. It was fun for a week. So, I mean, it's their first game. So I'll give them a pass. So. Yeah, I mean, I want to see more gameplay updates. The stun meter's terrible. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it with a passion. We might see some new cool animations. So I like to see some older ones back, or the crawling pin animation. I like to see that come back. Who knows? But the fact that they're gonna only tweak and improve like some game modes and some features just by a little bit, I mean, doesn't surprise me. It's 2K. What do you expect?
Right.
I would love to see the double ring, though. I would love to see the double ring, though.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I was gonna say it to Mr.Dubbs. He said he gets the war games. I say, you better hope they put it back in this year. They might take it out like they do everything else.
You can't play it online, though. You can't play it online.
Exactly.
It'll be in. I think it'll be in.
But you said you're from the NBA 2K community, but do you still play the WWE 2K games, or when was the last time you played a wrestling game?
Yeah. I still play it. I think what Lotus said was just a prime example of how anything that got 2K in front of it is the reason why you shouldn't take anything serious, because it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with you. It's going to be 2K23.5. They're going to make some tweaks, but it's gonna be the same thing as long as they fix that universe mode. And like what you said, Kenya, you said a good point. You said about the reversals. I think that it just been god awful for the last couple of 2Ks. Like it's sometimes it's a little hard to play sometimes, and then the online too. So it's like the universal mode. What Mr. Dubbs says is the same thing with me. Like the universal mode is something that I always look forward to playing, and it just don't give me nothing each year. It's pretty much the same thing with a couple of tweaks, and that's what I feel like it's gonna be for 24. It's gonna be a couple of tweaks, added matches, couple more promos, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that to get us excited for that first week, because we're so hungry to get the game the first week that by the time we play it and then we realize there ain't nothing really changed. That's how it is with 2K. That's how it is 2K and NBA.
Yeah.
We get to play it and we realize that we spent all our VC on that joint, and then realize the same thing. It's the same part for the last 6 years.
Yep.
So I'm hoping though. I still got hope though, because I love the game. I've always been playing it. So I still have hope, but I already know fingers crossing that, but I know it's gonna be little tweaks and then that's it. So
yeah. So Omer, are you do you play wrestling games, or do you play games at all?
I mean, I play games. The last time I bought 2K, I remember I don't remember what year it was. I got really frustrated with all those damn mini games they made me play. Like while I was like climbing the ladder, I remember what turned me off from 2K, WWE 2K, was I was in a ladder match with my boy, and I was like, okay, this game's like You know, like, because like I was at this point in my life where, you know, I was getting busier. You know, I only had time to like, I need a game I can pick up and play. And I remember I was frustrated already by the match. But the thing that turned the button in my head was on the ladder. I'm reaching for this thing. And then I don't know what happened. This mini game shows up, and I need like a TI-84 calculator to figure out how to like get the right combination. I was just like, man, I don't need this. I don't need this. So I stopped playing, obviously. And you know, like I think one thing that, and I think I forgot who someone touched on it. The appeal for me for AEW Fight Forever when it came out was that it was like a simplified wrestling game. And obviously, we're all frustrated with the lack of content, the lack of creativity, the lack of capability of Fight Forever, right? But my thing is like 2K has that capability. They have the infrastructure to do like what Fight Forever couldn't do. It's just, I think, like, I don't know what it is. There's always something with 2K. You know, they got their own bureaucratic whatever going on over there in that company. They're not going to change that. I don't have any you know confidence that they will change that. But if you ask me, like, what's going to get a guy like me who is a lapsed like wrestling video game guy to pick up a 2K20, a WWE 2K, it's simplify the gameplay so that I don't need to, you know, like. I don't need to like, you know, like read up on this or watch like a million YouTube videos to play it. I can just play. And that's what I want for my wrestling games. And, you know, again, AEW Fight Forever, I thought was going to be that. It was not because very different reasons, but that's where I am.
All right, yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you. What would it take for them to get you back into WWE 2K24? So it would be just like a more simplified game with the resources they have. Like the different game modes and stuff.
Hold on, my fault. I mean, I hate to interrupt Kenny, but shout out to JCJ for the $1.99 donation, man. Appreciate what y'all are doing. God bless. God bless you too, my brother. I appreciate that donation, man.
Shout out to JCSJ. I appreciate you. Always see you in the comment section as well. So we definitely appreciate your support. All right, but I got one more question on 2K24 for y'all before we get off the topic. How would y'all feel if they changed it to, let's say, instead of doing a yearly release, let's say they dropped 2K24 this year, but in 2K25, they dropped like a mid-cycle, like a 2K24.5, but it cost $30. So instead of releasing a full game, it was like a bigger patch update so they could take a longer time to work on 2K26 to get something bigger out. Would y'all be okay paying the $30 for something like that, or would you prefer the year-to-year release? And we don't got to go long on it because I know it's a lot of us. What do you say, Bryan?
I think we were just actually talking about this in the chat a couple days ago. I honestly, I wouldn't be too crazy about paying for a patch. I think what I would enjoy is if they drop 2K24 and then they give us like a remastered version of like Here Comes the Pain or WWE All Stars. We get something like that, and then we get 26. So we kind of have that game in between to kind of hold you over, but we're getting two game cycles that kind of push each other to be better. Because I think if let's say that the B team drops All Stars and it's a banger, I think it would really make the people actually making that simulation based 2K game go even crazier to try and get people to get the next game.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I agree with you. I think that was good.
I believe that we just talked about this just the other day. I don't remember if it was on stream or not, but isn't that the whole reason why Ukes got like separated from 2K? Because Ukes was suggesting they get another team on board to make another game, and they would do alternating, so they'd have competing
so they can push
games,
each other. Yeah,
so that they would have that extra year of dev cycle. And 2K was just like, nope, and so they were like, see you later. So I think I don't think 2K wants that. I think it's an amazing idea. I want to go back to that, but I just don't think they will, because I think that's the whole reason why Ukes left them in the first place.
Yeah,
I think that's a way better idea than the mid patch. Anybody else want to add to that before we jump on?
Yeah, doing a mid patch is like killing the sales of the next game. One of the biggest reasons why we're buying WWE 2K24, besides all the features, because we've been sitting with an outdated game that was outdated the day it came out, right? So we need anything new at this point. So yeah, don't do it.
I also think I kind of like the idea of the mid patch because I understand it won't happen because them 2K people, them devs or whatever, they don't like working. So they're not gonna make a mid patch that they don't like. They after they release the game, they go on vacation for a couple of months. So So I kind of if as a fan, I would like that because then that just instead of water down your product, now you give us patches of what we want to get worked on, and then now when 26 come out, now everybody complain, everybody what they like. Now you have a whole year to sit there and make a better game instead of being rushing about it. After you take your little vacation, after the game come out, you rush it to get the game out, and now it's not what people want. So I think the $30, I don't know. They already take all our money already, but the mid patch, I would like that. I would like that for sure. For all 2K games, I would like a mid patch there just so they could y'all getting paid a lot of money.
Everything.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all getting paid a lot of money. Ain't no way we complain about something. It takes y'all 2 weeks to fix it.
Yeah,
I'm talking about a glitch for 2 months. Ain't no way it takes that long.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's how
The mid patch would be cool, but you know what? I'm now leaning on Brian's idea with like WWE All Stars for the year in between. Of course, it's an arcade wrestling game. I don't think it's going to sell as much as their sim, but I would love to see something like that back again. Like y'all, I don't know if y'all remember NBA Streets, like Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like even with the NBA 2K game, drop the NBA 2K, and then the next year drop like an NBA Streets type thing.
It would be cool, bro. Go ahead.
You want to, I was just say this, you want to increase the odds of someone like me who doesn't really play the game to buy the next game.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way to do it. Like, pull up the nostalgia card, but like remaster one of the old games and like get me back into it. But
I know one of the big issues with 2K and why they don't remaster games is because of copyright licenses and everything like that. Yeah. But you can literally give us the main base roster that we have right now in real life with a remastered HCTP or whatever the case is, bro, and I promise you that thing is gonna eat. Free money is gonna eat. Literally just take the game and just work on it, bro. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Go ahead, Clint. You had something to throw in there?
Oh, real quick, I just want to say there's no one wrestling game that'll please everybody. So to have a different wrestling game every year would be great because when we get different play styles, different features, different modes. I mean, I feel like that's the best model going forward. But they could also do both, where they have a mid-gen patch, for one game, to kind of have you go back and forth to really get the money from both games if they're terrified of one cannibalizing the others. Like, you released one this year, right? And then this one this year. And then after a few months, then you release an update for that one. I mean, it's kind of all over the place, but they'll get more money that way. Yeah. And we'll get more products in different wrestling games because the same wrestling game every year.
Yeah.
Minor tweaks.
Yeah, that would help break things up too. So I think that's a great idea.
I think 100% it will work because it worked for Call of Duty, literally the most money-making franchise of all time. So,
true. And Stephanie McMahon said they were going to do it. I don't know what happened or what's going on. Where that idea ever went.
You know what happened, bro? They seen Battlegrounds do so poorly that they were like, "We ain't doing this."
But that was a bad game.
It was a bad game, though. It was a horrible game. But I think they kind of put it out there to test it, and then it got such a negative perception that they're like, "Yeah, let's just get away from this," even though it wasn't a good try.
All Stars was so good. Battlegrounds was so bad, but All Stars was really good.
Yeah, because 2K made it.
Yeah, the suits got cold feet.
That's why it was shit.
That's why Battlegrounds was so bad. Oh,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I just want to remind everybody, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, we need to get during this stream up to 100 likes. So everybody drop a like on the channel, and we will be giving away a copy of WWE 2K24.
That's if we get 100 likes.
Let's get that 100 likes up there during the stream, you guys. Get those likes in there, everybody.
If I may,
all right, before we move on and talk about AEW Fight Forever, let's get in the
ring. On, Kenny. My fault. Omer, he wanted to say something.
I just wanted to interrupt and say, I'll match that. All right. So if you guys in the chat, if you guys get us 200 likes, we'll give away 2.
Oh my goodness!
Right.
2 copies. Real Take Wrestling right now.
Wow.
So I better make sure y'all follow Real Take Wrestling. He doing giveaways too. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Go.
Get it, y'all. Get it.
All right. So before we move on to AEW Fight Forever, let's hop in the ring. Let's talk about some things that happened on Monday Night Raw.
Because
on Monday Night Raw,
I'd say let's talk about the poll real quick too. Do you see it on the chat?
Before we move on from 2K24. So yeah, 78% of the chat is excited for WWE 2K24. You know, as we all get every year, even if it's the same game every year, we all get excited before it comes out. And I've been like that since I was a kid. So I'm along with y'all. I am excited as well. I believe that 21% of people still looking for updates on AEW Fight Forever, which again, we will get to after our next topic.
Let's get it.
All right, so the next topic. Let's go in the ring because Monday Night Raw was very interesting yesterday. Monday Night Raw has some interesting parts of it yesterday. Jinder Mahal took on Seth Rollins, and I'm not going to lie. I tuned into this. I was like, I want Jinder to win this match, you know, shake things up a little bit. And first, let's talk about the match. What did y'all think about Jinder versus Seth Rollins? We'll go ahead and go backwards this time. Start with Omer.
I mean, it was no Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. for sure, but I'll say this much: I'm biased in this. I love Jinder for like personal reasons. Dude is from like the same part of the world that I'm from. He's from Punjab. I'm from Punjab, so love that man to death. Just seeing him in that spot was just spectacular again, because like it's something like, especially after he won the championship the first time, I never thought he'd cut me back in a title match. I was like, hell no. But it was great to see that. I mean, as much as I and apparently Kenny wanted him to win, he wasn't gonna win. We all knew that. But I don't know. Like, look, star match ratings don't matter in my opinion. But look, for me, it is like Jinder Mahal is my Tokyo Dome, 18 stars.
18 stars.
Yes. No, I am a Jinder fan. Like during his first run, I actually loved it. I loved the presentation with him and the Singh brothers coming out behind when they were doing the thing where they were spinning the camera around behind him when he came out, with the rug coming out when he was walking. I thought the presentation and everything was great. I just think the material they gave him was bad. So you know what? I'm down for another Jinder title run. But before we go on to what happened in that match, Deli, did you check it out?
Yeah, I checked it out. Yeah, I watched it.
What do you think about Jinder Mahal? Do you think he could have pulled off another run?
No, I didn't think that. I actually, to be honest with you, I rewatched that match. Yeah, no, I didn't. I rewatched that match to see if Damian really was going to cash in. I've been waiting and anticipating to cash in because I just want to know, like, because I know, you know, Triple H, he's gonna his storytelling is real good. So I just want to see what he was going to do as far as getting that briefcase off Damian. So I was watching the match. I knew Seth was going to win. I was going to see how they were going to do it. I was going to see after what happened on social media last week. I was going to see what type of match was it was going to be like a 5-star. If they was going to elevate because of what happened. I mean, I think it was a solid match, but I was really, you know, more into the story of Damian. So I was just watching, seeing what he was going to do. Of course, you know, we all know what happened. He didn't do nothing. So.
Right. Bryan was putting into my head. I think it was Bryan. They were saying, what if like Jinder wins the title and then Damian Priest cashes in? Yeah. So I was looking for that too, seeing if it was going to be some type of mix up, but they just kept it WWE and went with the predictable ending. Yeah. Did you see it loaded? Catch any clips?
I seen the ending. I didn't want to watch the entire match because it's Jinder. I mean,
don't hinder Jinder.
Do not hinder the Jinder.
This is the same guy. Man. Hold on. This is the same guy that was chasing R-Truth for the 24/7 title.
Oh yeah.
Did you really?
The same guy who beat Randy Orton for the WWE Championship.
And what did he do after that? What did he do after that?
Modern day Maharaja.
He did what they booked him to do. It wasn't his fault.
Like a man. He was a star in Canada.
One thing I will say, that boy that he looked like he had aura, my boy. He came out with the two bodyguards next to him. That was tough.
No, listen, he's got a great look.
Him with the long hair though.
Look, he's in great Khali back.
Oh.
Remember that Punjabi prison match?
Yeah, pretty good actually. Yeah,
I heard. People had a heart attack when he hit that Colossus on Seth because they thought just for a second, they're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
My heart dropped out my chest, bro. I ain't gonna
had to look at TV more like, wait a minute.
You know how I feel. He didn't deserve a title match. I think Jinder has a great look. He's in great shape, but in the ring, he's mid. And he needs to go to
the podcast tonight.
But you don't have to be the best in WWE. That's not what they do.
But he hasn't improved since he won the title in 2017. He's the same. He hasn't learned any new wrestling moves. What's going on?
He don't get the opportunities. This was his first roster match in like 2 years, bro.
Right, they didn't keep him hot.
And
They could have kept him hot like they kept Drew McIntyre.
You should have been training during those 2 years, bro.
He probably was. Probably was.
UTV, what do you think about it?
I already knew. You were pretty much already knew the outcome. You knew that Seth was gonna win, yada yada. But I'm more so interested in one, is Seth okay?
Hold on, that's the post. We're gonna talk about that next.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
All right. Well, anybody else got anything to add to the match for the match before we move on?
I do. Because
Go ahead.
Dobbs, go.
Go ahead. No, that's fine.
I just want to say
got the
before
longer
we
hair.
jump in and talk about the set stuff.
Kero, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mr. Dubbs.
Okay.
Well, go ahead, kiddo. Settle.
All right. So what I was gonna say is I was kind of disappointed because when he came out with that segment with The Rock, I felt like he was much more free to do anything. I would have liked him to, I don't know, do more. Like he stood up to The Rock a little bit before he got beaten up.
Yeah.
And he seemed kind of tough. I wish they really showed him as booked him as tougher, basically. So yeah, I'm also disappointed in the fact that they have something with Jinder here, especially with Tony Khan and all that debacle. They could have done something here more, but it was just another, what do you call it, transitional opponent for, not even a transitional, just like filler opponent for Seth.
Yeah.
See,
Tony Khan gave him some fire though.
After Dubs, I'm
There was
finna
some fire
go
behind him
you
because of that Tony Khan.
Fire.
I got some stuff to say.
I wanted to say, as a lapsed WWE fan, Tony Khan is the one who brought to my attention that Jinder hasn't won a match in over a year.
Yeah.
And just watching it myself, I was like, oh, well, he got a little back and forth with The Rock. Maybe they're building up Jinder again. I didn't think he was going to win or anything. I think it was another opponent. I didn't think there was anything wrong. I thought he's a big guy, great heel. He gets a wonderful reception every time he comes to Canada. Anytime I've seen him as champion or not, he got an incredible reception in Vancouver. And I, as a lapsed fan, was just like, I wouldn't have probably even watched the match. I wouldn't have cared. Just assumed Seth was going to win. Tony Khan actually made me have to watch this match. Because after all the back and forth, I had to be like, okay, what are they going to do now because of all this? So Tony Khan actually built my excitement for this match more than anything WWE could have done.
He's that damn good.
You know what I mean? Like that's what made me excited for this match was just the Twitter beef made me more excited for it than anything.
I agree. It added to it. Tony Khan, for whatever reason, helped build up their match, and that made me want to watch it too. So.
Yeah.
He's trying to get hired, maybe.
Hold on, my fault. Okay, we'll get to that question in a second.
What do you think, Clint?
Oh, go ahead, Clint.
Anything, Clint, before we get to Bryan? Because it looked like he got some stuff to get off his chest.
I got some stuff to say, bro.
Well, I just want I feel like they should have built him up as a bigger heel for Seth or whoever the champion is, or saved him for a big, huge heel opponent for Cody whenever he gets the belt. I feel like he'd be a great heel opponent for Cody. I don't know. I just feel like they wasted the momentum he got from The Rock. I just feel like they just flatlined and Tony Khan. I agree with Kero. What? You got to strike while the iron's hot, man. You can't miss opportunities like that because they're so rare, especially in wrestling.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Because they make Jinder the anti-American guy, so they probably shouldn't have given him this title match. They could have kept building him up as the evil Bowser, the bad guy. And when Cody Rhodes finishes the story, whenever that is, you got a guy ready to feud with Cody back and forth. So
build him up. You don't knock him down right away. Come on.
Yeah.
Y'all, Clint used to be a wrestler, and I think he used to be a booker too, because he always hits us with this good stuff. But let's go ahead, Bryan. What do you got?
Nah, man, listen, bro. I think I don't know what y'all boys on. I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all, I know some of y'all said that Seth was y'all know, but some of y'all really wanted Jinder to win, bro. Is y'all tripping? You know what I'm saying?
He's better than Seth.
No, he's not, bro. And that would have been disrespectful to Seth Rollins. That Jinder Mahal beats him. Seth Rollins been putting putting the company on his back, and you got a guy that hasn't wrestled in 2 years come in and beat him. That's disrespectful. Kayfabe or not, kayfabe or not, that is disrespectful.
That's not his decision.
You are taking the guy that's been the workhorse of the company. He's worked more dates than Roman Reigns. I think he has the second most matches of 2023, and you're gonna have
But
a guy
it's-
that
but is
hasn't
it
wrestled a
good
match
work?
in 2
But is it
years.
good
Quality
work?
over
Sure, his
quantity.
matches are
Nah,
fine, but
we not
his
nah,
character
bro.
and everything. I'm not staying and watching for Seth Rollins. I watched that match
Ooh.
because
And that's-
Jinder was in it. I
and
didn't
that-
watch it because Seth Rollins was in
And,
it.
and that's
Maharaja.
fine. That's fine, but that's because you was a Jinder fan. You was a Jinder Mahal fan.
No.
Anybody who's not
He
Seth
was.
Rollins fan.
Kenny was.
And Drew McIntyre. Oh well, never mind. You know what? I was about to say Drew McIntyre's weak as well, but he's
No,
been
he's not. He's been
he's
looking
been
like
hot
a
the last
star.
2
So
weeks.
we could
Yeah,
argue about
he's-
that too, big bro. We could argue about that
Oh.
too, because he been doing his thing.
Yeah, he been doing his thing. I'll give you that. But
I
Seth
know-
Rollins has not been doing his
The
thing.
one thing I will say, and I will always die on this hill, for the day one episode for Monday Night Raw, Drew McIntyre should have won the title.
Should've won.
His
Should've won.
character
Should've won.
needed that championship win.
he needs it. Yeah.
1000% needed it.
He should have won.
But I think he might be out of there.
Hey, but that last near fall though that he had was pretty good though. It's pretty creative.
It was.
Put him in
It
a row.
was. It just sucks that they made him lose to Seth. I think 3 times in a row like that, and the fact that he still looks like a star in these promos says a lot about him and how he's carrying his character.
Yeah. Drew McIntyre, right?
Yeah. I'm talking about Drew.
Yeah, I think he's repairing his brand because after he lost that title, I thought he was out of there.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's
good
climbing back up.
It's actually impressive. I know that we weren't talking about Drew, but real quick, it's really impressive how he stood like head to head and did really well against 2 of the best talkers in the company, which is CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Did really well.
He's
with
always been good at that, though. Good talker.
yeah, but I think he really stood out these last 2 weeks. In my opinion.
I think he stood over them. Yeah.
But
Omer, you wanted to add something to that?
Yeah, go ahead, Omer.
Yeah, so y'all been saying a lot, and like one of the things that I'm thinking about right now is
Oh,
like
is that your keyboard? I'm sorry, Omer.
one of the things I'm thinking about is like, because I've been hearing this a lot. Like I heard it with Rollins faced Drew. I heard it back when Rollins faced Nakamura, right? How much of the, I'm not gonna say anti-Rollins, but how much of the pushback, right, whenever Rollins retains or someone else doesn't beat him for the title, how much of that do you guys think is like due to people are just bored with him being champion?
I think people are bored with him being champion. That's why everybody's kind of rooting for him to lose, which is 1000% fine. I really think like people are always hoping like, all right, Seth is gonna lose the title this time. I think he's gonna lose it at WrestleMania no matter what happens. I heard that he's possibly out with an injury, but I know that we're gonna get into that topic. Right now, I think he loses it to Punk because I think him holding that title for over 300 days and actually going over to Punk, I think it makes the title looks prestigious. And I've said this before: if Punk wins the Rumble and chooses that title over Roman Reigns' title, I think it makes that title look strong, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah. You know what? When you say title looks strong, I don't think Seth Rollins has made the title look like anything. It's just a belt he has over his shoulder because
Roman don't want to show
what
up
is
to
it?
work.
Yeah. Every week he
Roman
comes
don't
out
wanna
and
show up to
says,
work.
I made this title like the biggest thing on the show.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I cringe. And Omer, you said like people are bored with him being the champion. I think we need to cut that a little short. I think it should be people are bored with him. That's it.
Yes.
We don't need to say anything else. He has to
think
get
that's what all his
out of
runs.
here. Do what Cody
Out of
did.
there. I'm with
Do what
Kero. He
Drew
needs to
did.
leave.
He will
Out of
never be the
WWE,
guy.
He does not need to sign a new contract.
He can have
needs to
200
go outside and do what Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre did. Do what Cody Rhodes did.
I will say
agree.
this: it really does feel like it's time for that man to leave the territory. Like on some Cody in 2022 shit. It just feels like he's done it. Like he's done it all. Like at a
Yeah.
certain point, right? It's like, what other avenues are there for him to do? Like what else is out there, right? You got matchups with Kenny Omega. You got matchups with people who he's
Ospreay.
Osprey's like the big one because like remember like there was a massive controversy with Rollins like going off on Osprey on Twitter just being like I make more money than you right like, so I don't know like it might be but I feel like Rollins man he's so WWE it would be hard for me to see him go but never say never.
Yeah, and I absolutely think he needs to because, like y'all said, he already did everything in WWE, and he's never. The only thing he hasn't done is pass Roman Reigns. And while he's in there, he's not going to pass Roman Reigns. If he goes has like great matches and builds himself up as a bigger star and comes back, they could be like, "Oh, Seth Rollins is back." Now you can put him in the face of Roman Reigns, and he can be that guy if he goes over him, just like Cody Rhodes. It's the same story.
Boys, may I intervene? I want to say something. Because I saw something in the chat that Assemble posted.
Yes, Kero. I was going to do that. I was just waiting for the right time.
Before we do it, before we jump into it, so apparently Seth Rollins was injured in that match with Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Did we get any
we still don't know the
explanation on
severity.
injury, or what, did he tear something, or what's going on?
We still don't know anything. Apparently, it could have been
that-
anything from an MCL to the worst to just a simple where he's just limping. So we still don't know nothing. But if I was WWE, I'm keeping him out the ring till at least either Chamber or Mania. Do not have him wrestle at Rumble.
Chamber for sure. Chamber for sure. At least to Chamber.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Omar.
Yeah, I think the official word is like he's getting an MRI and like they won't like know officially until like earliest tomorrow. But like early indications, at least according to all the dirt sheets, are that they are hoping that it's like not a light injury, but like something that's not too significant. Likely they won't keep him out for a prolonged period of time. But if it does, there's a lot that's gonna happen between now and Mania, boys. Obviously, I don't wish that. I wish Seth Rollins all the health in the world.
Sure.
Like, God bless him, but it's a possibility. Oof.
If it happens, what do? Do you snatch the title from him and have them like defend it at WrestleMania or Royal Rumble? Like you put it up at Rumble?
I think you put it on Drew somehow. You put that title on Drew, in my opinion.
I think
if Seth,
I think if Seth doesn't wrestle, it's going to be just they'll have him go in there just for a quick cash in, so he doesn't get further injured. I hate when they do that. If the guy's injured, I'm saying they're not going to strip him. I'm saying if he can't wrestle, anything can happen, even during the cash in.
You made him freeze.
Come on, AEW did that with CM Punk. The guy was injured, and they still put him in the ring to drop the belt. If the guy's out, he's out. I think you're using the cash. I think you're going to get a cash in. I think you'll get a cash in. Do you think they do it backstage somehow? Like when they just show him laid out, and then Damian Priest like, I want to cash in, and he brings the ref. Yeah, they could. Why not? That's a good. I mean, you could definitely do it like that.
To do something a little different.
Then the belt's on Damian Priest. Ugh.
Yeah,
but they get that belt off him real quick. They can put him in Damian Priest versus CM Punk at WrestleMania.
No, I think you do. I think you have Drew take the title off him, and then you do Drew versus Punk at
Drew versus Punk. That's it. Yeah, 100%. Exactly. Hot potato. That would kill Damian Priest because now he had a Kane title reign.
Well, I would say for some reason somehow, even if you take it off Damian, make him look like. Have Finn be the reason why he lost the title.
There you go. Then you spin him off. There you go.
Then I think they got to split him off anyway. I don't think that Judgment Day thing is working anymore like that. But
that works. So Finn causes them the championship, then you spin it off. Damian versus Finn at WrestleMania.
A lot of people have a theory that when they swap the briefcases, the contract isn't actually in that briefcase.
Yeah, I did see that.
So a lot of people do have that theory. That's not the first time I've seen it today. I've seen it actually quite a couple times. And that would make some really good storytelling. I think that would be fun to see. But obviously, if Punk is injured, then I don't think we'll see that angle at all.
Is that good storytelling though? They open it, the contract.
Rollins.
There. So Triple H is like, wait a minute, what'd you do with the contract? You don't have the
the only way I see
you won Money in the Bank. Now you can't have it because you have the paperwork.
That would make him look like
it would. Can you go print up some more?
I think it would be a funny. Here's the way that I would do it if it was me booking it. I think you have Priest cash in at the end of the show. The show goes off air. Then next Monday, Balor reveals to him that there's no contract in there. And he got to give the title back. It would make him look foolish, but I think it would be a funny.
I think it would have to happen in the same night. We'd have to have the switch up in the same night, and Finn becomes the champion.
Oh, that would be cool, actually, bruh.
So when I was watching Raw last night, I forgot something. I forgot that they were the tag champs still. How sad is that? Because everybody forgets because they're not doing anything with the tag champions. They need to.
They got to split them, bro. I don't know what they waiting on for that.
The tag division is dead.
Man, the tag division is dead everywhere. Look at AEW as well. It's bad. Like you put the Ring of Honor championships on the guys who revealed themselves to be like the devil in the crew, and your AEW tag team champion is Ricky Starks and who is it, Big Bill?
You barely see them on Dynamite. They always on Collision.
Exactly. What are we doing? They got to fix that.
Yeah.
All right. Is anything else y'all want to talk about Raw before we get to this gym assemble just dropped on us?
Nah, let's get into it, man.
All right, who wants to go ahead and take it? Kero, Bryan?
Go ahead, Kero. You got the message in front of you. I got it right in front
I
of me.
got the message.
Go ahead, my boy.
All right. So Assemble said, just for your information, boys, Austin Creed tweeted he can't do up, down, down because he's working on something that's coming next week. WWE 2K24 reveal? Question mark.
I ain't gonna
Shout
lie.
out to Assemble.
That's kind of what it sounds like. It sounds like a tease.
Just to throw my 2 cents in there. Historically, past 2 years happens always the Monday before Royal Rumble. That's just the way it is. So yeah, I 100% think is that. I don't think it's anything else. I don't see why he would tweet that.
Agreed.
But what I'm thinking is, what is it going to be? Because is he working on just like a commercial spot, or are they actually going to like give us some type of game showcase, like not a full blown thing?
I'm thinking it's a commercial spot. They always drop a marketing spot,
Yeah.
like just promoting the game for that Monday. Then the week after, we'll see some gameplay stuff.
And if you
Well,
want to
last
dig
year
deeper,
we got the John Cena reveal for Showcase. This year, maybe it is. I think if Cody Rhodes is in fact the box star, then I think they are going to do like the 40 years of WrestleMania thing, and maybe they're going to show like Xavier Woods or whatever as like the host doing the commercial.
Because he's the
or
game
whatever.
guy, obviously. He has the channel. He handles that, so he's the perfect guy to show it.
Does anyone know if last year, because I wasn't following the build up to 2K23, did they do before the game came out? Was up, down, down doing any of the reveals? Because you know how they'll do like a Q&A segment where this week we're focused on Showcase. Then they do a week where this week we're focused on Universe Mode.
I think they were on
Did
strike
do
or something last year, right?
they revealed the attributes, I think, in a show, like in a
Is
video.
that all they did
So-
on up, down, down? Was that it?
I think he gets
think
the
so.
dibs on GM mode. I'm pretty sure because he loves GM mode so much.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Well, but did they do the dev interviews last year where they did like they did for
That was
2K22, where each week they were revealing something new?
Oh yes,
They're like,
yes, the
Universe
Dobbs.
Mode this week.
Yes, the Dobbs.
Yeah,
that's
they
the way
would
they
do-
did it. Yeah.
So, but they don't do any of that on up, down, down's channel.
No, they
I
do it
wasn't
on their
sure from you.
actual channel, on the WWE
Okay.
2K Games channel.
And when did that start? Was that a week before the Rumble that started, or was that after the
that
Rumble?
happens after the Rumble. Once they actually drop the gameplay trailer, then they start to unravel it on us little by little.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right, so I think that is going to be something. I think we'll definitely get the reveal next week. When I look back on YouTube, I saw it was like a little Cena showcase trailer we got. So I think they're going to be working on something like that. But you had your hand raised, Clint.
They also kind of wrote Xavier out of the storyline too. Do you see him get taken out last night on Raw?
Oh,
So that
did
was
he?
that was a nice little storytelling moment to get him off the show for a little bit. He got taken out by what was it?
Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Leslie.
So I was like, that makes sense. It lines up pretty good. Yeah.
I think this is
It's
setting
happening.
up a big E return. yeah, stay
That would
tuned.
be
for
Big E
E.
return? Oh, I
I hope
thought.
so.
Did they say he's out forever, or what's going on with Big E?
We don't know. I heard that
Yeah.
his injury was very close to being like paralyzed or anything, or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I think maybe he should hang it up.
I'd agree. Very unfortunate. That
Yeah,
monster of a
unfortunate.
wrestler doesn't know how to wrestle. What's his name again?
Ridge.
Ridge
Yeah,
Holland.
Get him off
Yeah.
TV.
Man, they got him doing
Well,
the injury
he's NXT,
angle where he's
yeah.
injuring people.
Yeah.
That's a
crazy,
hard.
though.
That's by the way. That is
That
a
was
horrible storyline.
wild.
Shawn Michaels
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
terrible for that one.
What are you thinking?
He is not.
I would love to see Big E on commentary. I think his energy be contagious with him being a commentator. I think that'd be awesome.
Hey,
Yeah, it
Big
could
E
be.
as like SmackDown or Raw GM would be heat.
Yeah. I'm mad at how his title run went because they had him
Yeah.
doing all the joke stuff. Still the new
Oh,
day. I think
yeah.
he should have, even if he didn't go to like a stupid serious character, he should have been doing something else instead of laying on top of the ropes, humping them with the title belt, kissing it. Like, what are we doing?
Nah,
It
my
didn't
boy
feel
Big E
like
was
it.
going crazy.
Run.
They had to get him to lose to Brock Lesnar. Like that's just
Bro,
It just had to be done.
That was so messed up, by the way. Oh my god.
I was on YouTube yesterday. Brock Lesnar has defeated every black WWE champion. That is nuts, bro. Every
Calls him in. He said,
WWE
"Which one didn't I get?"
Coincidence?
No, and it's crazy. Every single black WWE champion, Brock Lesnar has defeated them. Nobody else, bro. It's so crazy.
yeah. Yo, Hulk Hogan's looking at him like, damn,
My
brother.
boy.
Carrying the torch, brother.
Should have been me, brother. All right. So before we get to this Jack Perry stuff, let's talk about some AEW Fight Forever. Kero's favorite game. Kero, you bought season 2, right?
Oh, I don't think I did. No more mini games for me, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Me and Loaded bought season 2. So let's go ahead and start with Loaded. Loaded, did you play with Tony Storm?
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
No, wait,
So-
wait. No, it was a minute.
2 seconds?
Yeah.
Pause.
Whoa.
Pause.
That's just a little bit longer than I would last.
Yo.
Word.
Wait, what?
I only turned on my
Whoa.
PlayStation to download the pack. I did Tony Storm against somebody. I forgot who it was, and I played the match for a minute, and then I was like, all right, I had enough of this. So, and then I logged off.
How'd she
That was
play? She
it.
play all right?
She was all right.
Bro, play with Tony.
Like I
Storm
said,
for 2
I don't give a damn about the wrestlers, bro. Like I want more actual content. You know?
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm glad Tony Storm is in there, but and it's good they're gonna be adding Swerve. Who else? Edge.
Season 2 is
Saraya.
not worth it, so don't buy it.
But they gotta add some match types in season 3. Or I'm not buying it at all.
Yep, me too. I'm with you. I'm not spending a dime on that, bro.
Yeah. At this
And it
point,
has-
it's like
it has
beating a
to be
dead
free.
horse. No, go
I think
ahead.
it has to be free, the match types, but
Yeah.
man.
I
yeah.
think
You're funny. Sorry.
they're gonna make us pay for it.
Yeah, I
You
think we'll have
think?
to pay for it too.
Bro,
but
I'll double down, bro, and bet my life that they're making us pay for it.
yeah, but that's going to be bad because it's a problem finding players online, right?
Yeah, just
So
like,
you
let's
can't
just go on
imagine
ahead
you
and
can't find them.
let's just
You
go on
just
ahead
can't
and
find
divide the
them.
3 players that we have left.
Yeah.
No, it's just
What
they
they would
don't
have
have
to do is
they don't
make it
have a
where
player.
if at least one person has the match, then whoever else is online could play it as well. Because Kero, you sick over there? What's going on?
That's not
I'm
how the
timeless.
search. That's
Oh,
not how the
timeless.
search.
Oh, we got timeless Kero in the building.
Timeless Kero Valentine.
Timeless
Hello
Kero
there.
Valentine.
That's not how.
Yeah,
the
they gotta
search
pop
functionality
out
works.
with season 3 and put it on Game Pass. I think that's their only saving grace to get more people playing the game.
They
Agreed.
gotta add a lot more content. They gotta add more matches though, and then make sure the game is in a good state, and then put it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
The
Then
one-
you do that. It's
the one
it's
thing
too
I
early to
think
do
we-
that.
The one thing I think they're going to give us though, that for free, like as a part of a just patch or DLC, is when they finally bring the matches from Road to Elite out.
Yeah.
I think those will be
Please,
included
God.
for free, because if they
Please.
didn't give those to us for free and charge for those, people would lose their minds. They're like, these are in game, these were built in at launch and should have been available. So if people they'd lose it if they charge.
Yeah,
So I think those
ain't
I think
gonna
those
lie.
we'll get for free, but a cage match or something like that we'll have to pay for.
If they charge
What
me
matches
for
were in
art
Road
for
to
Road
Elite
to Elite,
that weren't in the game?
You know what's sad about that is the casual fans that play the game won't even know. Like only us that are tuned into the
Oh,
game will
you
know that
didn't
they're
know?
double charging us for the same
Bro,
matches.
we-
so.
Kenny,
We
did you
are-
ask what matches?
Yeah, what matches did they have in Road to Elite that weren't available?
handicap.
Multi-man ladder matches, tornado tag, handicap,
Yep.
gauntlet match. There was a couple others.
He just named 5 matches off the top of his head.
5 matches that are in the game that we can't play.
That'll be $12.
Listen, if we get those 5 matches and then they throw in a cage match and a casket match or something like that, boom.
I'll pay $10 for a casket match, bro. Just that match in itself.
Often
I'm
trademark.
part- Oh,
Often.
Coffin, yes. But I'm part of the problem.
Often
I will
casket.
pay $10 for a casket match. For sure.
See, I think Clint, you talked about the what do you call it? The casual fans. What I see for casual fans when I look at the comments on AEW videos is that like they're really angry since we're in this thing right now. It's so closer. Like we're okay with paying with match types or 4 match types, but a lot of people would be, I think, even if you charge it like a modest sum for the match types, they'd be super angry. I think like
yeah,
the
yeah.
casual fans.
Man.
I don't mind. I'll pay for it. I mean,
Because 2K,
hey,
they're not making
listen,
us pay for match
AEW
types.
fight forever. Go ahead before I drop this bomb.
Yeah, 2K is not making us pay for match types, but you guys are. But like, again, there are a live service that's different, but still.
I don't know if it's a live service. It was full price.
2K is not making us pay for match types.
Full price game. You can't
was
call it full price.
2K23?
Yeah, I wasn't-
You
I
paid
wasn't
full
talking
price for it for a
Like
match.
extra match types. I was just talking about the match types that are already in the game, like the ones in the season mode. They'll
Yeah.
probably try to charge for those, and that's what I was getting at with the casual.
If they
fans,
charge me
that-
for those,
That's
I
what
will
I'm saying.
personally cancel the game.
yeah,
I don't think they will charge for those matches because
Gonna
people
drive
would lose
over to
it.
you,
They're already
yeah.
in the game.
No, y'all think I've been hard on bro. I'm literally gonna come on here off the top and I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna be
Live?
live just myself, bro. My screen gonna be stretched all the way out, pause,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go
oh,
crazy.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna be like, what?
You don't
Brian
stretch
can't
it
help
out.
it. Yeah.
Pause.
But I'm gonna say this though,
Pause.
AEW Fight Forever, it is a really fun game. Even just
is.
watching
Yeah.
it, like last
Yeah.
night, just to let y'all know, we do got a Royal Rumble series coming up here. We watched the Royal Rumble or Casino Battle Royal, whatever match in AEW Fight Forever, and it was even really fun to watch. But man, they just really dropped the ball by not making it a complete game before they put it out.
They also
Yeah.
just need to add toggles.
Right,
Like
yeah.
that Casino Battle Royal, you should be able to make it a pinfall only or a TKO only or some like the like the Aki games were. Where are the
Like Casual
toggles?
Pro
Why
Wrestling
can't I
does that too, right?
why can't I have the first WWE can do it. Why can't we have first blood?
No, I'm
submission
talking
only,
Casual Pro
2 out of 3
Wrestling.
falls.
The game that was made by one guy, you can do those
Oh, that
toggles.
game.
Yeah.
That,
Crazy.
I'm not sure. I
Yeah,
only played one time.
Clint, then you
You
go
can.
through and you could turn off like pin, submission, and all of those to like create your own match types.
Yeah.
So if they could do it in the game like that, why is that not
One
an AEW Fight
developer.
Forever?
Exactly. 100%. That should just be that those toggles because a tornado tag, we want that so bad. But if we could just have the Casino Battle Royal and have that, but have it pinfalls and have it like the non-sanctioned where you can have thumbtacks and everything, that would just be a fun match. And then
Yeah.
you just keep changing characters every time you get eliminated, and you're
Right.
having a fun hardcore
If
match.
it sounds
Great.
fun, they ain't doing it, my boy.
Even if they did something stupid like a thumbtacks match, like you got to beat your opponent down a certain amount of whatever and just get the thumbtacks, and the only way you can win is slam them on the thumbtacks. You know, just make up
Right.
match types, put something in there.
Or give us
Just-
a Stadium Stampede match.
Nah,
give us
man.
that.
Just give us a dog collar match, bro. I want to
Prime
put
time
I think
this.
that's gonna be hard.
Nah,
That'll be
I
hard to
Time
do.
says I quit match. Let's just have an I quit this game match at this point. It's over.
Oh.
It's done.
How about
Also-
that water match that Clint was playing?
Yeah, Matt
Yeah,
Dickey
but
games
the
have
water
that.
match in the game.
Bryan.
It has it. Yeah.
Yeah, say it, Clint, say it.
Oh, Wrestling Empire has a dog collar match. It has a water match. If you're curious what that is, go check out my video. I was
has-
laughing
Check
my
out
butt off
Stryzer
the whole
Wrestling
time.
if y'all want to see the water match.
so-
It is.
It also
insane.
has
so
Steam
funny.
Workshop. It also has Steam
Yes.
freaking Workshop. So you can mod the game like with one click. And like you can mod wrestlers, you can mod entrance themes, anything you can think of. Your own music. You can add Titantrons, entirely game-changing mods. That game's gonna pop off, you know?
Yeah,
It's
I'm
already been
surprised
popping off. Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not bigger than it is because it's super fun, responsive. It's
Oh,
Because it's
Clint.
janky as hell. It's
No,
janky
no,
as hell.
guys.
It's
I'll
not
shut that down
shit.
right now. I'll shut that down
of
right
the way
now.
it looks, bro. It's because of the way it
No,
looks.
over 100 million people play that game, even more maybe, because it's been on phones for the past 10, like 15 years. That game gets played.
This game-
Matt
this
Dickey is
game
rich.
This game was I bought it at release on the phone, and I've got it for the Switch. I played it for all of a few days, and that I was good with it. Like it's not
Really?
to me, it's not something I want to jump back. And I'm a diehard Aki Engine fan. I've known of Matt Dickey and played his very first games where he had Jeff Hardy diving with assets that weren't his from the Fire Pro game, doing a flip through tables and stuff from back in the Fire Pro wrestling days, like when I was like 13. I'm talking like 25 plus years ago. I know Matt Dickey. I support the guy. He's amazing. And the fact that he's been able to create this on his own is awesome. But that game is janky as hell to play. For me, it's not replayable. It's not, I don't think it has online.
Damn.
But it's a fantastic game for people who like the janky craziness of you can have a Brock Lesnar standing on top of a cage, on top of this, and on top of 300 tables, and then have Kofi Kingston springboard at him and then bounce off.
I saw that.
into a
Yeah,
shark in water.
I saw that.
It's got fun stuff that no other wrestling games do, and I wish they would adapt it. But the grappling and the gameplay itself to me feels janky, and I just don't like it.
I've
personally.
never
It's
seen
gonna be
Dubs
for
call out a
everybody,
game
but-
like this. No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Dubs
Yeah.
said, "Hey, bro, that shit ass." Like that's what he said, bro.
Get it out of here.
I'm saying it's incredible for what it is. I'm
No,
saying the
I'm not. I'm
grappling
just.
engine,
I'm obviously
I'm
playing,
not a
bro.
fan.
M. Dickey, if you watching this, my boy, I respect your work, man. I
I was
just
about
jokes
to
for the
M. Dickey,
stream.
we love you to death.
What's up, man?
I
Keep
love
doing
it
your
too.
thing.
I just don't like how it feels to play. That's it.
Yeah, but Primetime says expand Elite Story Mode. I don't think the story mode is going to be expanded at all. I highly doubt they touch that because the guy, I think his name was Justin Leaper, something like that. He came in and created that mode, and he's not with the team anymore. So I doubt they're going to be touching that at all anymore.
Where did
Jay
you hear
Barnacle
that?
says if there are no match types in AEW Season 3, AEW should cancel Christmas and allow AEW roster to be in Ultra Pro Wrestling. I think that'd be cool.
That would be an awesome crossover, like DLC later.
It would
down the
definitely be a
line.
crossover, like a
That'd be
teammate
freaking
thing.
awesome.
Like, put our
Yeah.
wrestlers in your game. Let's see how it works.
That would be genius.
Put them in the wrestling code instead. Let's
Oh,
talk
do
about the
both.
wrestling
Yeah,
code.
Do both. Why not do both?
Yeah, do
I
both. You
still-
know what? Let your wrestlers be in these other games, or
Yeah.
take like 10 or 20 of them.
I mean, I don't see why not.
I think it'd be cool.
I don't see
Or
why
money.
Based on what I said with Matt Dickey's game, I have to see how these games feel. I'm super excited for the wrestling code and for Ultra Pro Wrestling, but I need to have it in my hands and see how it feels, because the feel of the game, I've played action arcade wrestling as well. I've played a lot of these indie wrestling games. If it doesn't feel right, I'm never going to play it again. Period.
Speaking of doesn't feel right, Jack Perry popped up in New Japan Pro Wrestling. What is Jack Perry doing in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and will he continue his legacy to be at the top of AEW? What do y'all think is going on with this? He ripped up his well, you know what? Who watched the show? Somebody break down to us what happened.
Omar, Mr.
Go ahead, Omar. Go ahead.
You're the guest. Let us know
Omar.
what happened with Jackson Perry.
Well, a lot happened with Jungle Boy. Sorry. The scapegoat, Jack Perry. Let's talk about it. So, at the end of a great tag team match, Shota Umino is out here with the fans. He's greeting the fans, taking pictures with children, giving the fans who paid their hard-earned money exactly what they want. And then he goes to take a picture with a fan who's wearing a mask. And the fan shakes his hand, and he doesn't let go. And then the fan starts attacking Shota Umino. And this masked fan then proceeds to beat the ever-living crap out of Shota Umino. And if you watch the Japanese commentary of this, it is one of the best calls, because they go from like, oh my God, is it Chris Jericho? Who is this? And it was Jack Perry, and the place went absolutely nuts when they saw Jack Perry, because we have not seen him since All In London in Wembley Stadium, of course, since the fight between himself and CM Punk. So Jack then proceeds to beat the ever-living crap out of Shota Umino even more, until he takes out a piece of paper from his, there we go, a piece of paper, he got props, and it reads AEW, and we all presume it's an AEW contract that he proceeds to rip up, takes an armband out that says the scapegoat. We got the scapegoat, Jack Perry, about to cook in New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's what happened.
I am very upset with this. You know what? Great thing for Jack Perry showing up in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but Jack Perry's supposed to be one of the pillars in AEW, and the guy was cooking. You know, he went through his babyface run, turns into a heel. He was just getting his chops on as a heel, Cry Me a River, all that. Now he's in New Japan, starting over, or what are we doing here?
A bad decision from Tony Khan, but I like it because New Japan presents everybody way better than they are presented in AEW. The biggest example and the easiest one is Kenny Omega. I'm the biggest fan of Kenny Omega in New Japan. I hate Kenny Omega in AEW. So just because of that, I want to see what Jungle Boy does there, because I think it's going to be 10 times better than whenever he returns to AEW. Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm going to keep it short.
Do you think they're definitely going to bring him back to AEW, or is this like a write-off thing where AEW said, well, we don't want you, but we don't want you to go to WWE. So if you still want to wrestle and not sit on the couch, go to New Japan.
No.
He'll be back.
Think he'll be back? They'll forgive him?
Tony Khan, the cool boss, bro.
This is all a storyline. Are you not getting that? Like, this isn't.
I low-key feel like
he would not be allowed, if he actually left AEW, to rip up a contract saying AEW in it in New Japan Pro Wrestling. That wouldn't have been cleared by any side.
Tony Khan is
There's no side.
New Japan
Tony
Pro
Khan
Wrestling. If he's like, I don't want Jungle Boy back over here because the guy cost me a cash cow.
The contract wouldn't have been involved if Tony Khan wasn't involved.
I agree.
Period.
Did y'all
This
see
is
what
all part of a storyline building.
Jungle Boy said, like during the promo, like when he put his hand in his thing like that?
Scapegoat. Yeah, he said now it's the same thing MJF said when he called Tony Khan a mark and everybody else. Oh my God, look at all this unscripted. No, it's wrestling storyline.
It's a real mask. Cry me a river.
This is a part of the story. When he was beating him up, he went to the camera and he said, like, I bet you wish you answered the phone now or something like that.
Yeah, I guarantee you that's
so,
just
yeah,
an in-joke because
Kenny,
there's
so easy
I
to
guarantee
get
you there's
work, bro.
I know, right? There's like at least
talking about a whole storyline and y'all talking about getting worked.
There's at least 10 people. There's at least 10 people
so he
on
was
Twitter.
really in the crowd with that mask on. Like New Japan just snuck him in there. Tony Khan knew nothing about it.
There's at least 10 people on Twitter.
I'm asking y'all where the angle is going. Like, what's going on with him?
Hey, I got a crazy idea.
Break it down.
I think he's getting built up in New Japan. I think it would be great if we also see him show up in TNA. as many of the New Japan guys did recently this weekend. I think if we see him at Battle of the Valley in Chicago, or was this Battle of the Valley, whatever the one in Chicago is, whatever that one's called,
Windy City Rumble or something.
Yeah, something in Illinois. So I know Mustafa Ali's going to be there. I think Jack Perry could show up there. If not, I think you're just going to build him up in Japan. You're going to build him up even possibly in TNA. And then when he does come back, say for All In or something, it's a big deal.
A bigger platform than both of these places.
The internet, because Tony Khan books to the internet wrestling fan. Cage side ratings matter to him. He cares about what the 10 people on Twitter.
Right? Yeah, it's cage match.
Chain link fence match.
He cares about what online wrestling fans say and the message boards say, because that's the fan he is and was and always will be. So he books to the wrestling fan. That's why the calling on the phone line, bet you wish you answered my phone. I bet you there's 10 people on Twitter who knew what that was a reference to. And that's exactly what it was booked to. Those 10 people.
The thing was, he didn't emphasize it. Like, he didn't make it clear what he was saying.
But the 10 people who knew the reference got it.
A feed where some people were actually good lip readers must be. And I was like, oh, that is what he said.
The 10 people who knew what the story was loved it. And that's what Tony Khan books to, sadly. I think we're gonna get him back. I think Jack Perry's back in AEW by All In. I think it's a big build him up outside, make him his comeback mean something.
When is All In?
In August.
I mean, hopefully it's a good trade off, bro, because they got rid of Punk because of him. So I hope he do his thing, bro.
But Omar's got something to say.
I'm sorry. I got it. They got rid of Punk.
You're good.
Because of Punk. Like let's be real about that. CM Punk screwed CM Punk. It's like
period.
I'm not going to go over that part again.
CM Punk.
It's just the truth.
Well, no, because he went over to WWE, so he didn't screw himself. He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's even better now. He's even a bigger star now.
He's getting less money in WWE. He screwed himself.
He's even a bigger
star now. For AEW,
and he's going to get more money on his next contract.
And he's going to main event WrestleMania.
Night one, he's gonna main event night one of a buy one, get one free.
He's gonna main event night 2 of WrestleMania next year. Don't worry.
That's
he's not gonna make it next year because he's gonna.
Can we all agree as a whole, though? I think we all need to agree as a whole that AEW is exactly what they always wanted NXT to be. Remember this guy? He didn't mean much when he left AEW, but he means a whole lot more now.
And I'm gonna be honest, that's what he meant.
No.
That is one of the biggest losses. That is one of the biggest losses Cody Rhodes.
AEW that he means right now.
That is what? You tripping? You tripping? Get out of here.
They beat him at WrestleMania last year. Personally, I didn't care about him since he lost that match to Roman Reigns.
You're saying you're tripping right now. You're saying that Cody Rhodes means less right now in WWE than he meant in AEW?
Yes, then he left. Then he means less now than he meant when he left AEW. When he left AEW to go to WWE, that was the biggest star he has ever been. They beat him at WrestleMania.
He's even bigger now. He's the number one merch guy again. Punk came in, still couldn't run the merch sales on Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes came back and
the number one merch guy.
No, he's not. He's top 10, bro. Stop it.
R-Truth passed CM Punk.
Wait, what? R-Truth?
No, this is a fact. R-Truth.
Yeah, no, R-Truth is actually like top 5 right now. He's actually top 5.
R-Truth versus The Rock.
Go ahead, Deli.
Can I ask you? All right, so can we? I want to go back on the Jack Perry thing. Do you think him what he doing in New Japan? Do you think it even matters the way TK be booking stuff? Like, do you think he would matter when he goes back to AEW, or do you think it's just to be the same thing? Because I feel like even before the Punk thing, his momentum wasn't getting nowhere because he just lost the hook, Mr. 28-1. So I mean,
Mr. 28 mid carders and 1 loss, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, he just lost, and he wasn't even on the actual show. He was on the pre-show. We got to see that for free. So I just want to know, like, would he okay, this New Japan run that he about to do? Would that mean something when he gets back into the States as far as his next AEW run?
That's a good question.
That's my question.
It really depends. Yeah. It's a good question because I think it really depends. He didn't mean anything in AEW before he left because he was a babyface and then he had just turned heel and now he was building up his heel persona or whatever. I think that's what he was going through. Right now, he is not good on the mic, not a good promo at all. So if he goes to New Japan and works on his promo skills when he's out of the big eyes of whoever's watching AEW, if he comes back a better promo, then I think that's going to mean a lot for him because that's pretty much the only piece he's missing. He's great in the ring. He doesn't have his man body yet, but I think the biggest thing he needs to work on right now is getting his promos and then it's going to be up from there.
Word.
Agreed. And what I think I'm sorry to interrupt. I just think the greatest thing a lot of these guys can do is get off AEW weekly television, go make a name for yourself in Japan or on TNA because they have those connections. They can do that. And that's great for them. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Omar. My fault.
Well, I want to say before Omar jumps in, you know who else needs to do that? Just as we were talking about earlier, Seth Rollins. Go ahead, Omar.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think like there's just like lost art in professional wrestling of like building up a mystique around someone. And I think there's a real chance to do this with Jack Perry. Like, I think Jack Perry in the ring, like, there's no question. He's a good to great wrestler. Like, and he has the potential to be like one of the best in the world, right? And like he has this appeal about him. Like, whether or not, like he's the best on promos, there is a certain appeal about Jack Perry that whatever it is, like people want to like him. I do think that is like a characteristic he has. And given that, I think you have the ability with him in New Japan to take a step back, all right? Focus on what Jack does well. He's great in the ring. This heel thing was not working out in AEW, but it can work in a place in New Japan, which is a high work rate type of company. And what I think it'll also allow him to do is tell meaningful stories in New Japan. You know what I want to see, right? And this is insane, out of pocket, whatever. Dave Finlay as the leader of Bullet Club has not been hitting for me. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I don't know how many of y'all watch New Japan. It has not been hitting for me. If the scapegoat is able in storyline to convince Dave Finlay's faction to turn their back on him, and Jungle Boy Jack Perry becomes Jungle Man, the scapegoat, the leader of the Bullet Club, the stories he could tell coming back with the Bucks, with Kenny, with Jay White.
That could really work.
Him cook.
Yeah. That could work for. Okay, that could see that. Yeah, that'd be
See,
something.
further reinforcing.
I'll just end this by saying this: let Jack cook.
Let him cook.
I just want to say this real quick. Jack Perry is a hoe. All right. I don't care what y'all got to say about him. I don't care. Get him up out of here, man. Listen. He made the first $1 million draw of the company. He put the cherry on the top for him. Get him out of here, man.
I respect him for that because as a man, he didn't like what CM Punk said to him. He went in that camera, got his real glass, and said, "Cry me a river." Not scared of it. This man used to be in the UFC, but Jack Perry was not scared of the confrontation, not scared to get fired. He said what he had to say.
Did you hear the reports?
You know what?
I heard CM Punk put the pause on him. Did you hear the reports? I heard CM Punk put the pause on him.
As long as you fight, I think
it don't
that's
matter.
good.
CM Punk is a grown man put his hands on a little boy. That's what I don't respect.
Oh my God!
Jack Perry,
You heard it here first.
Just like your dad coming to beat up one of your friends, Bryan. I mean, come on.
I want to touch on what Omar was saying before we get too far away. Is when you were saying how to build a mystique in wrestling, you kind of got to get outside. What I remember fondly last was when AJ Styles had the last outlaw gimmick when he became the TNA champion as he was leaving, and they, Dixie Carter was begging him to stay, everything else. But the whole last outlaw gimmick transitioned as he moved into New Japan and became the leader of the Bullet Club, became the world champion over there. He kept that same kind of gimmick and he had this massive mystique on the indies that we hadn't seen at that point. This was before AEW existed. There weren't stars like that had that kind of mystique. So when he showed up at the Royal Rumble, it was insanity. Like, I lost my mind when he showed up, and I'm like, WWE's going to ruin him, but I don't care. I'm happy to see him here because he grew such a mystique on the outside. And that last outlaw gimmick, I thought it was the greatest thing he'd done up until he had his title runs in WWE. I love the last outlaw gimmick. I love the mystique he grew for himself. And I think Jack Perry might not be on that same level, but I think he has the chance to grow an aura and a mystique on the outside and then make a big return at, say, an All In London.
Yeah, social media is a thing. If he does something cool, we will see it, and he'll just keep getting momentum. It's possible.
It's possible. He's one of the pillars of AEW. They can't let him go. We got MJF where he needs to be. Sammy Guevara still needs some work. who's the fourth one? We got MJF, Sammy Guevara,
Oh my god.
Darby, come
Jungle
on,
Boy,
bro.
Darby. Oh,
Yeah.
they're gonna kill Darby in there, man.
Yeah, Darby's
know.
gone.
Oh my god.
They're gonna
5
kill Darby
years.
now, unfortunately.
Hopefully they
Sting
would've won
and
by the
Darby
time he
retire
30.
in the same match. Sting and Darby get to retire in the same match.
Shoot.
Well,
They
MJF
gonna
came out to
come
be a
on.
strong pillar. I think Sammy Guevara. It's not too late for Sammy Guevara. He's
He
a
gotta
great
give it to Chris
wrestler.
Jericho.
He gotta work on the mic too. They probably need to send him over there.
Just really confused with Sammy, with how they present him all the time.
He's
I
got to
really
get
like
away
him.
from the Jericho verse.
Yeah.
Like they got to get him
Yeah.
out.
Oh, he's been
Yeah.
on there so long, man.
So
Oh my god.
long.
Yeah, it's like every time they try to separate him, he comes right back. He ends
All
right
the
back.
time.
to
Give me a
I mean,
hug,
they-
Chris. I'm
I
like,
mean, they
come
switched.
on,
I mean, they
bro.
switching from a heel to a babyface back to a heel to a babyface
Yeah.
like in 2 months.
He's having a Big Show treatment. Yeah, I thought they were going to build him
Ew.
Yeah.
when he beat Cody Rhodes on Cody Rhodes' way out for the TNT title, and they had that crazy ladder match, and they did the double spot, and he did the
Mhm.
like the cutter off the top of the ladder. I was like, what an incredible match to build this future star from,
Yeah,
and build him up. And they just dropped the ball so hard. It made me. I'm so disheartened because I've gotten behind Sammy Guevara at least 3 different times in his run in AEW, thinking that he was going to get that push, and they just keep dropping the ball and putting him back with Jericho, and I don't know why.
I'm tired of his wrestling.
Another
anyway.
guy.
Get him out of here.
go ahead, Omer.
Let's say another guy.
Brian
who people
tripping over
want to like. Yeah, Brian's just trying to get clicks. I love it.
Brian about to hate
but
on the
no,
man.
He's another guy who like people want to like. Like he went into that match at Double or Nothing, the Four Pillars match. Heel, he was getting booed out of the building every week. He comes out and he like does the little cue card thing where it's like, we're having a baby. And like immediately, like everyone just forgets about like the fact that they're supposed to boo Sammy Guevara. Because I was in the building and like everyone's on their feet, they're cheering him. He got one of the loudest pops of the night because people want to like Sammy Guevara. The issue is AEW doesn't give him a reason to be invested in Sammy Guevara, right? Unless you're like, unless you're like a Mark who watches his vlogs like me, like you got no reason to really like Sammy Guevara, right? Because it's just
I watched some of the
whatever,
vlogs
like-
too. I see you just had
Gotta
one
tell the
today
story.
with Ty Conti in it. I didn't watch it yet, but his vlogs are pretty good. But I don't know. With Sammy Guevara, it's just
bro. It's bad. I'm not fault to cut you off, bro. But just
No,
before I
go
forget
ahead.
this thought, the thing with Sammy is, bro, when you about to get even a little bit invested, it's almost like they just going ahead and turn him either heel or face. It just make no sense, bro. Like, I think it was you that I spoke to, Kenny, about. He came out and it was like, oh yeah, he's part of the Don Callis family. I'm like, bro, when was he ever a part of it, bro? Like, when did I see him join?
I was asking that. I was like, what? Why? When
I was
did
about to
this
say we had that
happen? When was this-
conversation. I
I
didn't know.
lost track
Yeah,
a
wait a
long
minute.
time
That was
ago.
you and I, Brian.
Oh, that was you. Oh, that was okay. That was
I was in
you.
here
Yeah.
too. Yeah, we were all talking
I
about it. I
think
was
we
like,
was all
oh,
in
yo,
there. We were
yeah.
talking about, yeah.
Nobody
It
knew.
happened.
Nobody knew.
It happened so quick. Then he had the baby. The next thing you know, he come back,
Yeah.
smash the post, and now he face again.
And now he's
Hey,
all of a sudden
also,
back
his
with Jericho,
reason-
which again, it's an angle that happened for essentially no reason because they had Jericho and Sammy split. And then they split. He did his thing. He had his baby or whatever the case was. He left for 3 months and then he comes back and he's back with Jericho again. It just made no sense at all.
He
It
had to
hurt
kill
him.
himself because
And
he
did
had
you
a
guys watch the
girlfriend.
match on Collision? He also did a Shane McMahon bump off the scaffold for no reason. The
Oh,
guy nearly
yeah.
killed himself
Yeah.
for no reason, just to remind you. It's like, oh yeah, he's the guy who kills. It's not just Darby that tries to kill himself in every match.
Yep.
It's also this guy.
Yeah, but
And
he's
it's
like,
like, why?
That was
Why?
something.
And let's not forget
It
how
was an
Powerhouse
incredible bump,
Hobbs
but why?
messed up the whole angle, bro, by not actually taking out Ricky.
But the whole thing is, out of the whole weekend, we had a huge weekend in wrestling. Who even remembers that bump? Is the sad part. That was
Nobody.
a WrestleMania bump, and
That's a Jeff
nobody's
Hardy
going to
bump
remember
right
it
there,
because
bro.
it happened on a
That's
random
true.
collision.
Oh,
but I think
I
Sammy
still
Guevara
remember-
did the
oh, yeah.
worst damage to himself when he
Oh, yeah.
he had a girlfriend, like a longtime girlfriend, and he brought her out to the ring. She was wearing an
Proposed.
ugly dress. He proposed to her, and the next week he was dating Ty Conti. Like, wait a minute,
Oh, yeah.
what happened
No,
here?
Kenny, man.
That's not
People
what
forgive
happened.
Hulk Hogan. I'm not saying it's right, but people would have forgot if they presented him well.
Yeah, but they booed him out they were booing him and they were killing him on social media. And I think the other girl like apologized for him or something.
Wow.
She had to come out and explain how it was a mutual thing, and they were, it wasn't.
God damn. Okay.
Yo, that's
I
like
didn't know
such
that.
little dick energy from professional wrestling fans. I hate that shit so much. I'm sorry.
My thing was, well, I mean, I don't know what happened, but it's none of our business or whatever.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah. It was insane because you saw him doing his vlogs with his girlfriend, and then at the same time he was doing vlogs with Ty Conti, and I was like, wait a minute, they're kind of close friends here. I don't know. She's kind of, she looks really good, and if that's your close friend, I don't know.
Long-term storytelling.
We'll see how it turned out.
Friends.
All right. So before we get to the last topic, is there anything else y'all want to throw up in here?
Let's get to that last topic because this is about to get spicy in here, as we all know, man.
What was the last topic? Remind us.
No,
Yeah.
Brian's saying getting spicy. I was about to go ultra pro wrestling. What's the spicy topic?
Nah, I don't know what the spicy topic is, bro. I thought you had something spicy to make.
I think you sitting at the edge of your seat just waiting for it. Like you're just trying to.
He was like, I dare you to mention CM Punk.
All right, let's go here then.
I was waiting. I was waiting for the Cody Rhodes weekly argument, bro. That's all I was waiting for.
We can do it. I didn't have that one set here. I thought we already talked about it though, but we didn't really get into it. We talked about the promo, so let's go ahead and talk about it. First, what's going on with AEW, y'all? AEW champion Hook versus Samoa Joe. Before we get into the Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, let's talk about that. What in the hell is going on right now? I'm gonna just let somebody else take it. How do y'all feel about this right now? Hook versus Samoa Joe.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead, Jelly.
It's the whole bunch of Tony throwing something at the wall and hoping to stick.
Mm.
Man, I don't know where to begin with that match because you had beginning of that promo, you had two people who supposed to be in that ring with Samoa Joe come out and deliver a strong promo, and then all of a sudden you hear the lights come out and Hookman come out. Didn't say anything, just said 1 week. We like what he mean by 1 week. Then 25 seconds later, they saying the match is coming out. He steps in front of two people that deserve it more than him.
Exactly.
That's been on every Wednesday, and he gets a match. Now, my question to y'all is, because we know Samoa's gonna win, but what that says? But how do you present Hook though? Because you just built him up to be 20-1 just to lose in his first match in 2024. So now he's starting off 0-1.
Not his first match in 2024.
Oh,
it's bad.
First Dynamite match. My bad. First Dynamite match.
Yeah, Mr.Dubbs is the encyclopedia. He gonna clip you up wherever he can.
You gotta watch Collision, brother. You gotta watch Collision.
Oh, my bad.
You know what? It's crazy because I'm thinking the same thing as you. All this time, everybody's like, "Oh, Swerve's the number one contender. He's gonna get the belt from whatever."
Yeah.
Adam Cole comes out there. Wardlow's gonna go for the championship. We see Hangman Page, who, you know what, he lost his last few matches, but he's still making a strong case because I think right now he is a world championship level guy. And it goes to Hook. Hook comes on TV. I'm gonna charge you. I'm gonna challenge you for the world heavyweight champion.
Do you not remember Steve Austin?
South Carolina, because Kenny Baum will be in the building. So I mean, what are we doing?
I just want to say that's
remember Steve Austin.
I didn't watch
having Steve Austin matches with like Taka Michinoku. These things happened on Raw in the 90s too, brother. You have to, when you can't have champions go for Roman Reigns 30-year lengths, you have to give a transitional champion title defenses where you can fit them in. If you have 8 weeks to a pay-per-view when you're not going to have
he's not a transitional champion anymore, though. That's been
cleared
up.
Is. No, he's a transitional champion over the
It's already been reported that the plan was for him to win anyway.
Go ahead.
I'm saying if you lose your title in one pay-per-view cycle, you're a transitional champion, in my opinion. That's what I consider.
I don't think he's losing next pay-per-view though. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't think he's losing next pay-per-view either. I don't think.
Okay, regardless, the man needs title defenses.
Hold on. So y'all think Samoa Joe faces Swerve Strickland and loses? And wins, like he beats Swerve.
No. I don't think he's going. I don't even think he's going to face Swerve next pay per view. I'm being honest.
Hang around.
I don't think he's going to get Swerve first. I think it's going to be Swerve, Hangman, and Page. I think Page is going to take the fall. I think they're going to do whatever they can to have Swerve look as strong as possible. And I think I think it's gonna be one defense of pay-per-view, and I think the next pay-per-view he's gonna drop it. But I don't think he's gonna drop it the first pay-per-view. I think Joe's gonna keep it for a little bit.
I agree with
Do
you.
you really think that with the way they've been booking Swerve though?
Yeah, I
I think
disagree.
I think the way they book and Swerve, I think they book and Swerve. I don't like how they book and Swerve, but then again, I can see what they're doing because they keep like further back and pushing back on it and not having to take no pins. And they're gonna do it like Hangman's gonna take the pin. It's gonna be a triple threat. Hangman's gonna take it, and I think it's gonna be Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe's gonna keep it for a little bit longer. And I think I'll be honest with you. I think Samoa Joe is not keeping it longer for Swerve. I think Samoa Joe's keeping it longer for Adam Cole. That's what I think.
That's probably what's in Tony's book right now.
That's what I think.
You know what? And I don't like that.
Adam Cole.
I don't like that.
That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? Because it's supposed to be him.
I would agree with you, and then you make Swerve win it at All In. But the reason I don't think that's happening.
Who's gonna win it from?
No, but the reason I don't think Swerve is getting his big christening at All In is because I think Will Ospreay's getting that spot. And I think he's taking it from Swerve. And I think he's taking it from Swerve. So I think you need to put the I think Swerve is
going into All In.
I think it's going to be Swerve defending against Ospreay. I think your match
Swerve
for
is
All
going
In
to be
is
the champion at
That
All
would
In.
be amazing.
Which is why I think your Swerve is getting the title right away at this next pay-per-view, and he'll be defending it all the way until All In. Because Swerve cannot be a transitional champion. Swerve needs that belt for a while.
Okay. So how about this? How about I hit you with this then? So how about Cole be the champion, MJF come back, cost Cole the champion, give it to Swerve, and Swerve be the champion until All In. Against
then you got two champions in Samoa Joe and Adam
that's
Cole.
what they be doing though. I mean, it's AEW. That's what they be doing.
I don't think any of that's happening. I think you're going to get Will Ospreay and Swerve at All In, and I think it's the moment for Ospreay. Personally,
I don't think Samoa Joe is losing a title to Double or Nothing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's losing a title.
Yeah, I agree. He's not losing.
You gotta think simple, man. You gotta think simple. But what happened in the last
pay-per-view? I think the reason
pay-per-view?
we're getting title matches now is because he's going to lose it at the next pay-per-view, and you need as many title defenses in there as possible, so he doesn't just seem like such a quick transitional one defense champion. I think the whole reason he's wrestling Hook for no reason is because you're not getting big contenders until the pay-per-view. So you still have to have him defend the title before the pay-per-view.
Jinder just now. We just saw Jinder wrestle a match.
Hello,
I
Tony
would have rather had them just come out and have him do like, what's the title? Who wants the shot? And then have Hook come out. But to build Hook up in the title shot or in a title match where you got like Swerve, Hangman, and all these other guys who are hot, kind of.
They did this in the 90s. This is what I'm saying.
It's not the 90s anymore, Dubs. They also had bra and panties matches in the 90s.
But what I'm saying is Steve Austin
doesn't make it right.
Steve Austin still wrestled Taka Michinoku on a Monday Night Raw.
Wrestlers. I don't like. You can find somebody else. You can find somebody else.
And Hook's promos are god awful, by the way. They're god awful. Get him off the promos. Anyway,
Omar wanted to say something. Go ahead, Omar. Omar, sorry.
Omar, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, he's muted.
Are you muted?
Or he's doing like a really silent promo.
The casting.
Still muted.
Bit of a dark match, a dark promo.
Oh yeah, we can hear you now.
Go ahead, Omar.
I don't know what happened there. All right, no, but guys, it's a TV match. Like running through my head like it's a TV match, guys. It doesn't have to be, like the 5-star classic that was like MJF versus Bryan Danielson. It doesn't have to be like we'll get to Swerve and Hangman and Samoa Joe. That's probably gonna be the triple threat at Revolution. We'll get to it. But you got to do something in between to establish Samoa Joe as a credible champion. And what do you have him do? You have him beat people who haven't been beat on TV. Hook is one of those people. And not only, and like, I think like one of the things, there's been a lot of complaints about AEW Dynamite in recent weeks that like, oh my God, they're not featuring big stars, or like they're like doing these weird matches. They're putting Danny Garcia in the main event. I'm like, and I see like people's criticisms for that, right? But at the same time, it's an important thing for AEW to do. You got to put people like Hook in main event. You got to put people like Danny Garcia and Swerve in main events so that people are used to seeing them on TV. People who traditionally, more people watch Dynamite than Collision and Rampage. I'm sorry, Colliders. It's true. Like, that's how you get people invested. That's in these characters. It's the problem that AEW's had with their women's division. Like Tony Khan likes to say, like, oh, well, you know, the reason they're not on TV is because they're not a draw. No, the reason they're not on TV is because you don't book them to be on TV. When was the last time you saw an in-ring promo with the women? I'll wait. It hasn't happened in a minute. And
I'll be big.
that's why.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago when
Jade
Diana came out.
Okay. Before that one, though, there was a minute there where it wasn't in 2023. Regardless,
Tony Storm.
Okay, they've done it
Come on.
recently. Congratulations,
Yes,
Tony Khan. Recently, there was like a 6-month block in 2023 where they didn't do that.
It's just 6 months. Come on.
It's because you didn't complain about it enough on Twitter.
Exactly.
He listens.
Yeah.
It just
Well,
takes time.
Exactly.
My problem isn't
Sorry.
the fact that he's going up against a guy who never lost on Dynamite. My problem is the fact that he's giving a title shot to a guy who's never on Dynamite.
Thank you. That's my point.
Like
That's
this
my
guy
point.
just pops up out of nowhere.
That's my point.
He's
That's
got
my
100
point.
wins and
That's
5
my point.
losses.
That's
Like,
my point.
where were these matches at? I've never seen them.
Even with the Stone Cold and Takahashi, at least he was on TV.
Michinoku.
Yes, hell, forgot about
Mhm.
it. At least he was on TV defending his title.
Right.
At least he was on TV defending his title on actual Monday Night Raw. Like he was defending it. People seen him. He's defending it. We don't see Hook unless you watch Rampage or Collision, which sometimes I do.
But they didn't have 3 shows back then. Back then, they only had Raw. They didn't even have SmackDown.
Okay.
They didn't even have
They
SmackDown.
had like
It doesn't matter,
they had Heat and what.
That was it. They had Raw.
They had
That was
that. But
it.
I'm saying though, but at least you've seen him though. We don't really see Hook as far as people who really just only watch Dynamite. My thing is like, I don't care if he going to face for the title. That's cool. I think Hook is fantastic as a wrestler. But I think before you give him a title match, at least let him have this week fight somebody that's credible. At least let him fight a Daniel Garcia. At least let him fight somebody that can show
Just
that
jump
okay,
in
I'm
there,
ready for
Clint.
I'm ready for Joe right now. Now you're going in. Now my problem is okay. If so you have a match with Joe. If Joe don't squash him, how Joe look if he don't squash a person that never's on TV? Now he having a good not a 5-star match, but a good 10 to 15 minute match with somebody who's not on TV a lot. What that makes Joe like a transitional champion because now you having somebody that don't be on Dynamite as much.
Mhm.
My thing is I just want Hook to look credible because after
Yeah,
he loses Joe, what he gonna do? Go back to
What do you
Collision?
do next? Yeah, I agree.
But
Yeah.
That's
why
my
didn't
issue. That's really my issue.
Why didn't Rollins squash Jinder then?
We're talking about
That's not how wrestling
AEW, my
works.
guy.
I'm just saying that's
Well,
not how
look,
wrestling
even
works.
Jinder Mahal's a
He's
former
not-
WWE
Samoa
champion.
Joe
He beat Randy Orton.
Samoa Joe beats Hook. Who did you beat? Yeah, you defended your title.
Yeah,
but who
Jinder
did you
Mahal is
beat?
also a former
You beat
WWE
Hook.
champion, bro. The
It's the
credibility is
defense.
just not there.
But here's my pushback.
never even
When
been
they
a
get to
champion.
say when they get to that title match and they say he's defended the championship 8 times. It doesn't
Against
matter if
who?
only 3 of those are names. It doesn't matter because then they show you the 3 people that were names, but now there's a
You
record
beat
of
Hook,
8
Daniel
people.
Garcia,
Still
Daddy
doesn't
Magic.
make it right, or still doesn't make it good. It just
Yeah,
doesn't.
Exactly.
This is
Doug.
always
argument.
this has been pro wrestling booking for 30 years. You still watch.
Doesn't mean we have to
some-
like it.
Some part of it still works because you're still watching.
I don't watch as much as I used to, so it shows that
I'm
what they
not
have
watching
been
the same,
doing
by
is
the way.
working.
My thing is this
I'm
though.
not
My thing is
watching
this
You would
though.
hear every Wednesday,
claims to
Kenny.
be-
Stop it.
No, I'm
Who-
AEW. Yeah, AEW. I'm not watching WWE stuff though. Like 3 hours of Monday Night Raw is crazy.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Where you going next week, bro?
Clint's
I'm
got
going to
something to say,
AEW
though.
Dynamite tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to Royal Rumble next week.
Clint's got something to say though. Clint was trying to say something.
But I'll be at Dynamite tomorrow night. Shout
I was
out.
just gonna say, wasn't Hook a DLC character for AEW Fight Forever? Not that has any bearing on his booking, but who knows? Maybe in the back of his mind, he's like, "Well, we put him in the game. Let's get him in front of more people, so that maybe they'll buy him in the game." I don't know.
They don't give a dang about the
I'm
game.
just throwing something out there. I'm trying to rationalize
don't.
why this guy is getting a championship.
My
match.
thing is,
That's
bro.
all
My
I'm
thing is, I really don't like how Tony Khan tried to make his record seem like a big thing. Like out of the 28 characters, who has he beat, bro? Or 28 wrestlers? I'm sorry, but who has he beat?
I mean,
Who
Jungle
has
Boy
he
is a big
beat?
name.
The
Now, come on.
scapegoat's a big
He
name.
ain't beat nobody. Jack
He
Perry.
beat
All
Jack
right.
Perry.
Now let's
Yeah,
name
he's-
the next 27.
He's trying to eat the bread without even putting in the work for it. Like, you got to put in the work. Then we'll
He beat
care.
Yuta. He beat Yuta.
Bro,
You beat
Yuta's the weak link of the
Hey,
BCC.
don't talk about Kero Yuta.
That's
Can't
Yuta's
talk trash
the
about
weak
Kero
link of the
Yuta.
BBC, bro. It's over.
BBC?
Whoa.
Hey, Brian, you're watching the wrong
You
show.
made a valid point about.
Told y'all, I don't know what's
about
going on
Hook,
with Bryan over there.
Hook
Yeah,
is
you
in the
gotta take
video
so
game.
seriously.
Hook is in the video game. Samoa Joe, he's still not.
Yeah,
Oh,
and he's a world champion, by the way.
He's
Yeah,
the
so
world
they might put the
champion, and
belt
he's
on
still not
Hook.
in the game.
They
So
might put the belt on
that's
Hook
bad,
in the
then.
game.
That's
they
bad.
gotta put him in
yeah.
season 3, by the way. Yeah, Tony Khan. Come on.
That's
Swerve
bad.
and Joe both need to be in.
Yeah.
So
How's your world champion not in the
Doug,
game?
you think Joe losing that at Revolution?
I do.
Yo, we gotta cancel Brian.
Yeah,
Yo.
he's losing at Revolution.
As long as
Uh,
Swerve is in that match.
is
As long
Swerve-
as Swerve is in that match. Because to me, Swerve is the next champion.
I think
So
Joe.
Swerve is the next champ. Swerve takes it from Joe.
I think
That's
so.
what I'm saying.
I think so.
Joe Mama.
All right. So let's jump on to WWE side of things. We saw Drew McIntyre came out and cut a fire promo with Cody Rhodes on Monday Night Raw.
That was really good.
He said, "Listen, my boy, you gonna finish the story, but you ain't gonna finish it this year." How do y'all feel about that? Is Cody Rhodes in fact going to the main event with Roman Reigns? Because Dave Meltzer saying Roman ain't going to the Elimination Chamber. Y'all think he going to Australia? Y'all out y'all
Dude,
mind.
even a
And he's
blind
also
man
not
could
gonna
have
be at
seen
Backlash.
that.
Yeah,
He's
I don't know why it was
WrestleMania
a-
bound.
Nah, he also wasn't promoted for Money in the Bank. Just saying.
Money in the Bank win last year.
Yeah, he wasn't promoted for
Well,
it
guess
until like
what?
a month
The Rock
before.
wasn't in the books for Money in the Bank last year.
All right, bro. I'm gonna
This
tell you
time
right
The Rock
now.
is in the books.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Everybody's under the impression that this match gotta happen this year. It don't gotta happen this year. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Rock versus Roman.
This is the way you do it. All right. Now that it's not gonna happen at Chamber, this is me fantasy booking at this point. All right, my boy. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, they come out. Cody Rhodes is in a match with Roman at WrestleMania. The Rock comes out. He going to have rock bottom both them boys. You know what I'm saying? Makes it back to a fair match. You know what I'm saying? Then Roman Reigns loses that title, and my boy Cody Rhodes finishes the damn story. All right, man. And then-
Brian,
yes.
mark my words. This man right here, Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, is winning championship gold at WrestleMania.
I pray.
It is
I
the
pray, y'all.
tag.
No.
It is the
pray.
tag team titles.
I pray.
All right,
He
you know
will
what?
be
You know
winning
what?
the
I'm gonna do
tag
this
team
live.
titles
Ooh.
like Sami
I'ma
Zayn
do this
did
live.
last year.
Tag team
I'm
That's a
gonna do
good
this
take,
live.
Dub.
I'm gonna do this live. Listen, I don't be betting on fantasy book and nothing like that. But who want to bet right now that Cody gonna finish the story at WrestleMania, man? If you
I
think
bet you right
otherwise,
now,
Shit.
He's not.
how much I want to bet? I'll put some money on it.
If the
I'll
story
put
is
some money
beating
where my
Roman,
mouth
it's
is.
not happening.
All
If
right,
the
come
story
on.
is beating Roman, it's not happening. If the story
Oh,
is
it's
winning
happening.
gold, he
It's
will win
happening.
gold.
All
It's
right,
just
y'all.
going to be tag team gold.
Who want to bet? I'm serious. I put my money where my mouth
I
is.
put my money on it. I put money
All right,
on
how much you
Roman's
wanna put
winning
on it?
gold.
Y'all hear
How
that,
much you
chat?
gonna
Y'all
put
hear
on
that,
it?
chat?
Ooh,
Roman
you gotta
is
bet.
not losing to Cody at WrestleMania.
You know what?
I don't
You know
even
what?
think Cody's going to be near Roman at WrestleMania.
You know what?
What's-
Listen.
I don't
listen.
think he is either.
What's the bet? What's the bet?
Oh
Yeah,
god.
what's
Alright.
the bet? We gotta make it
He's
clear.
saying he beats Roman at WrestleMania. I'm saying that doesn't happen.
It's gonna
It's
1,000%
not
happen.
It's not going to
happening.
happen. Roman is not going to be in that ring with Cody at WrestleMania.
He is gonna be.
I
That
don't
match
think
is
so.
not gonna happen this year, bruh. The Rock is gonna be busy with the XFL
Rock
thing in
is
April.
51. It's now or
Yeah,
never.
no, it's not, bro. That is not.
They were
now
gonna
or
do
never.
it. They were gonna
It's
do it
now and never.
before.
He said it.
Bro, y'all gotta
Nah,
remember.
wait,
Y'all gotta
wait,
remember.
wait,
When,
wait.
You
when
got
John
to cancel
Cena,
that second.
y'all gotta remember when John Cena and The Rock happened. When John Cena and The Rock happened, how long was that build? A year long, right? Why not do it
They
again?
had 2 matches.
It wasn't
What?
50.
I'm talking about
Back to back. They had
Dude,
back to
bro,
back.
right now, I'm gonna be honest. The fact that he's even 50, I don't even want to watch this match. Didn't he tear his whole body against John Cena when he was younger? Who want to watch that now? Nobody want to watch this.
Leg,
That's normal.
Hey,
That's normal.
bro,
That happens to
hey,
everybody.
It's not normal.
CM
You
Punk
listen.
tears up his body
You,
every time
listen,
he goes in the ring.
listen. You are turning down your baby face that's worked his ass off this year.
Overrated babyface.
He's not
Overrated.
overrated, bro.
Overrated.
He ain't
John
overrated.
Cena level
Last year.
overrated.
He ain't overrated. He ain't overrated, bro. He's the face.
Hey,
He's the face
Hey,
of the
bro, I'm with
company.
you. Hey,
That's
bro,
overrated.
he gonna finish that story this year.
He is. I'm
If he
telling you,
don't,
Deli. I'm telling you,
I'm a-
bro. I'm willing
Ain't
to put
no
bread on
way.
it.
I'm
willing to
unsubscribed
put bread
if
on
he don't.
Listen,
It's
the
Rock
story is
versus
not getting
Roman.
finished this
listen,
year.
That's the end of your
listen,
story,
I
bro.
can't
Roman
wait.
Reigns is on the path to beat Hulk Hogan's record.
Listen.
Is
Bro,
he
nobody,
really
bro,
loves smashing
I'm gonna be
records?
honest, bro.
Please,
Nobody cares about
Lord.
that record.
Roman
If
Reigns'
he's not
reign
number
is
one,
bigger than the company.
nobody
about these
cares.
things.
Nobody cares. And this title reign is meaningless at this point. It's just extra
It
days
isn't.
on extra
Hey, I
days.
just hope-
Yes, it
I hope
is.
Paul-
It is meaningless.
Oh,
It is
man.
meaningless. They're just adding extra days, bro. He works 4 dates a year. And I love
Tell him.
Roman. I love Roman, but when you work in
That's
4
a star
matches
right
a
there.
year, nobody wants to watch it. He's a star though.
Cody,
1,000%.
It makes it
Every show he
Make
goes
the
to,
match special.
every show he goes
Right.
to feels special 1,000%. But bro, nobody wants a champion that works 4 matches a year. Nobody wants to see that, bro. When Hulk Hogan was defending the title, and y'all said this, Hulk Hogan was defending his title a lot more and in many more matches. This reign don't mean nothing.
I wasn't alive for the Hulk Hogan days.
Oh, not really.
Hulk Hogan was defending
Bro,
the host shows,
y'all say anything to
host shows
fit
he
your
was defending
narrative,
the
bro. Hold on. Y'all say anything to fit your narrative, bro.
I wasn't
I
alive
ain't
for the
doing
Hogan
this.
days.
I'm not doing this with
I
y'all,
was
bro.
Shawn and Brett.
Listen,
I was alive for Shawn, Brett, Undertaker.
listen, and that's fine. That's fine. But I'm just letting y'all know right
Why are you
now.
getting so close?
Nah, I gotta get close
Nope,
because
nope,
now
I
y'all
don't
getting me
wanna do
mad. That's the only way that I can have some contact with y'all. Pause. But listen, listen, bro. Listen, Cody gonna finish the story this year, 1,000%.
That's not
1,000%.
happen.
And I don't care about that record. That Hulk Hogan record, that shit's meaningless. If he ain't number one, who's looking at number two? Let's be honest. Because he's already the longest modern era champion as it is. So who's looking at number two? Nobody's looking at number
They gotta
two.
beat Hulk Hogan. They gotta beat Hulk Hogan.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. 1,000%.
When's the next time they're gonna get this close to it?
Exactly.
Never.
They're so
Never
close.
again.
It's never
Bro,
gonna happen
they're not
again.
gonna, bro.
Now or never.
Y'all act like Hulk Hogan is still not in the record books. He'll still be number 3. Number 2 and number 3, there's no difference.
No, they're not trying to do it just to
There's
be
no
his record to get him
difference.
out of the record books. They want to give that to Roman Reigns.
Bro,
Yeah, exactly.
number 3, bro, what's the difference between
It's not
2
about
and 3
Hogan at
that
all.
point?
It's just about the record.
You know what it
It's
says?
about
Our
Hogan.
peak
It's
has
about
been
Hogan.
recent. It's
Yo,
not been in the
bro, it's about
80s with
Hogan.
Hulk
Do you,
Hogan.
do you
Listen.
remember when Demolition lost their record to the New Day? It's because they want current wrestling to seem more
Exactly.
relevant than the 80s, like Kero just
Exactly.
All right, bro.
said. It's
listen,
not about Hogan
listen,
having the record.
listen.
It's they can't
Jump in
beat
there, Clint. It's
Brunos.
free for all right
listen,
now.
I cannot wait till WrestleMania because I'm gonna FaceTime y'all from Financial Ford Arena, whatever that arena's called, stadium, and I'm gonna be laughing with
Make
middle
the
fingers
finan-
out.
yeah,
I promise
I'll
y'all.
walk to your seat and pay you the money myself.
I mean,
Oh, I can't wait.
I mean,
So
it kind of. Wait, what were you about to say? You want me to talk
I was
first?
going to say, I agree with Roman is probably going to beat Hogan's record. So this is how I think it's going to happen.
Get in
And
here.
Just let me tell you. All right, so they're going to give Seth belts, since Seth is injured. They're going to put it on Cody. Cody's gonna listen. He's going to keep it until next year. They're going to do a title for title match, and then now they can finally unify the titles again because they'll have a champion that's there, and Cody will finish the story next WrestleMania. But he will be a champion the whole year.
How do you keep this
And
brother
then,
hot
boom.
for another year, bro? I don't know how you keep him
You
hot
put the
without
belt
the
on
title
him.
for
You
another
put the
year,
other
bro.
belt on him.
If he's
You
the
put
top
the-
baby face to face of the company, they can do it.
He
They
is,
don't got
but
to keep him hot. He's gonna keep himself hot.
He
You
did
put that other
that this
title
year.
on, the
He's been
World
hot.
Championship.
But how much hotter
then
can
you-
you keep him for?
Wait,
Bro, we're talking about
how
another
many-
year. We're talking about
That's
another
how
what
many
year.
I'm.
woes-
Yes, that's
How
it
many
right
woes
there.
you got to do? How many woes you got to do on the
That's
TV
it right
screen,
there.
man? 'Cause they might go to 4 if he go one more year. It might be 4 woes.
Yeah, and it's
Nah,
just
bro.
like the way they're broadcasting Cody. I mean, like you just saw they just dropped something else today, and then we're talking about potentially being on the cover of WWE 2K24. And then what's happening the following month, WrestleMania? It's just a perfect.
I'm gonna be
fucking
honest.
story.
They teasing it
He
too.
gotta do it.
They teasing
He
it too
gotta
much
do
for
it.
me
Yeah,
right
They
now.
are,
He
bro.
had to
Bro, they
finish
literally just did another tribute video to him. Like,
I'm gonna
come
be
on,
honest.
bro.
They're teasing it too much for me right now. Like Drew McIntyre
Yeah.
mentioned it yesterday. Like you're gonna finish the story. This, that, and the other. Like I know he
Listen,
said.
Triple H is a dirty
Specifically
man.
said not this year.
No, he
specifically
literally,
said
he
not
literally,
this
he
year.
literally said, he literally said, go back and listen to the promo, dog. He literally said,
He's winning the Royal Rumble, and
he
it's his
literally
story,
said-
not
That
yours.
boy does not
No.
play about Cody and
Did
CM
Drew
Punk.
You
say,
remember
like,
what Cody did to
did you say you're
Triple
gonna
H
finish the
strong?
story and I'm gonna be a loser?
No, he literally said.
Drew
he-
made
no,
in
he
this
ain't
promo
say that,
said,
bro.
"I'm gonna lose the Royal Rumble for you, Cody.
He
I'm
literally-
gonna let you win it, and
Bro,
you finish
Cody
your
don't need
story,
to win the Rumble
not me
to face
finish mine."
Roman. He don't need to win the
Listen to
Rumble.
the-
He can win the
listen to
chamber.
this-
He can win the chamber.
Listen to the-
Nobody's
You weren't
worried
listening
about
to the
that.
promo.
He bro,
You weren't listening to the
I
promo.
was
All you heard was what
1,000%
you
listening
already-
to the promo. You not listening to the promo. Yo head
I
ass.
did.
You ain't listening
I
to
watched
it, bro.
I watched it with Kenny.
I gave
I
you-
was watching it. I was watching.
I
Rob.
gave you the best case scenario, which probably will happen.
Homer, does
so.
Cody Rhodes finish the story in 2024?
Maybe. It's weird. I was one of those people who last year was saying that Cody shouldn't win at WrestleMania. That was because I thought, and I had the confidence in Triple H to tell the story of Cody Rhodes' downfall and just make us emotionally invested into seeing him rise back up
Yeah.
to the championship picture. Because that I wanted to see that boo-boo face on Cody. He's got the best boo-boo face in all of professional wrestling. Nobody can look sad like Cody can, right? And the more as time went on, the more I realized I'm watching like Naruto, Like after they pass the tuning exams, they're out and they're doing their thing, and they're just like, well, this is filler, boys. I'm watching filler.
Yeah.
It's been filler. Like
After filler.
Look, don't get me wrong, I'm here for the yeet stuff. It's cool. It's what, but it wasn't serious. It did nothing for his character. Like, we are in the same place that Cody was at WrestleMania last year, which is not an improvement, guys, because he's been stagnant for a year. And that doesn't mean he's not a main eventer. It doesn't mean that he's not over. He's obviously still over. But I feel like at a certain point, right, we lost the plot with this finish the story stuff. I feel like people say finish the story, finish the story. We don't even know what that means anymore. We're just saying it because
it's a meme.
It's a meme, right? And I think at WrestleMania, like, if I could go back in time right now, Cody wins at 39 because that was because there was no better.
That's when
universe.
you pull the trigger. That's it.
But now we're in
year.
a place, right? Now you're in a place for your WWE. You booked yourself into a corner because if Rock wants to do this match,
exactly,
you got to do it. You
That's
got to
I'm
do it
blaming Vince
because
for that. I'm blaming Vince for that. That's Vince's fault. I'm blaming Vince for that.
No, that's the
you can't blame Vince.
that's
for
the
that.
that's the
Triple H.
Yes, but
That's
Omar,
Triple H.
1000%, I
You
do agree
remember
with
that
you.
Triple H.
If Cody drops the title last year, the Rock and Roman match happens this year, no problem. But now, if you do Rock and Roman, you got to keep it on this guy for another year, which I'm not sure they want to do entirely. We don't know.
Pass Hogan's record, and then he can drop it.
SummerSlam, yeah.
SummerSlam.
Bro,
After
he's not
SummerSlam,
dropping
though.
that title
After
at nothing
SummerSlam.
that is
SummerSlam.
He
WrestleMania.
got it. No, he
It
got
ain't
to win
happening.
SummerSlam. He got to
It
win
ain't
The Hogan
happening.
record ends after
Just a
SummerSlam.
couple of months, guys. Just a couple of months.
I will say this.
I believe it's in
Yeah,
August, isn't it, or
exactly. So
September?
he has to win
There is-
SummerSlam.
There is a universe where you can build this up to be a non-WrestleMania moment. Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling, like, and the only way it really happens is if, like, you book it, like, for this massive, like, MSG show or something, which Madison Square Garden, and I know people are gonna poo-poo this, whatever. Madison Square Garden is where Dusty Rhodes' dream died that night, where he won the title via count out. That's where all of this started, and WWE is the best at making, like, anything into a major moment. They could turn that into a big moment like that. So don't, like, discount that, but at the same time, it should have happened last year. It's just
100%.
Definitely.
we're in
And
book
Cody
race.
Rhodes single-handedly killed Seth Rollins' championship because you're saying I got to finish the story.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Seth Rollins has the world championship, right? Why don't you want that one?
Because
it really devalues
listen,
that.
this is what y'all not
Completely
understanding.
devalued it.
This is not what, bro. Cody already said the title the story isn't just a title anymore. It's Roman because of the Dusty Rhodes promo that they cut on it.
Excuses,
No, bro, no.
excuses.
They literally said Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns literally said that he's the son that Dusty always wanted. It became personal at just that point right there, bro.
Those
did.
are words.
Easy to-
Come on,
Bro,
man.
and honestly,
come on.
how does it look? How does it look? Cody comes back.
You're playing
he
with
loses
you,
to
Brian.
Roman.
Yo,
He loses to
Cody,
Roman. He got to
you're
finish the
playing
title,
with
the
Brian,
story.
you're getting work,
and then he
man.
beat
You're
Seth.
getting work.
Then he beat Seth.
Sorry,
How does that look?
Brian,
How does that look?
our
got
guests
work, Brian.
both have something to say.
No,
You got something there. Yeah, or you got it.
no,
You got
Kelly,
it.
go first.
All right. Listen, fellas. All right. We can all make this so simple, okay? All right. We don't have to overbook. Okay. Hopefully, Papa H is watching this podcast, right?
We know you're watching.
Just-
Shout out to Triple H. Thanks for tuning in.
Shout out.
Yeah, Papa H, right? Listen to me, right? Listen to me. All right. I know I'm a guest here, right? Just book Rock and Roman at Elimination Chamber. Just do it.
No,
okay?
no. Oh,
Just do
man.
it. Just do it, okay?
This is Brian's
Let my man
homeboy,
Cody
y'all.
Rhodes-
I say
okay?
X on that.
I've been
Thought you were about to hit us with some knowledge.
I've been saying though. I've been saying that's where you book it. That's where you book it.
Listen,
No.
listen.
The
I
Rock
watched
versus
the
Roman
Rock.
is a WrestleMania match.
No, I watched the man
Yeah,
Rock.
that's 100% of WrestleMania.
I watched the man
match,
Rock do 3
Night
punches
2 last
and
match.
do a spine buster and was
Match.
gassed. He was gassed. Do it at Elimination Chamber, bro. He's not ready. Okay, do Elimination Chamber. Okay, Mania's too big for
No,
him right
you
now.
do not put the Rock and Roman
All
at
right, so
elimination.
how about this? How do we
It's
feel about
It's
this?
70,000 going to be there. That's just like a
I've
wrestling.
been
It's
saying
70,000 going to be
that.
there.
I've been saying that.
I
I've
don't
been
care if
saying
it was
that.
200,000. I don't care if it was the
Not
greatest Royal
elimination
Rumble in Saudi Arabia.
It's not the same.
Don't put the Rock.
Yo,
and
hear me
Roman
out.
doesn't
Hear me
exist.
out. All right. What
Y'all
if
not
the
trying to
Rock?
You're not
What
trying
if
to wake up at 4:30 a.m.?
I'll be up at 4:30 a.m. But what if the Rock and Roman? What if the Rock and Roman happens night 1 and then Roman passes the
No.
torch to Cody
No,
night 2?
No,
Rock
because then
versus
triple
Roman
threat.
closes WrestleMania. Night 2, end
Rock
of the
can't go like he
story.
used to. We gotta have Cody and Roman and The Rock triple threat.
I would hate
there you
that.
go.
I think
I
The
would
Rock
give
and
it
Roman
to
deserve their own
It's gotta be The
spectacle.
Rock.
They did not
Roman
give
Reigns.
that to CM Punk. They're not giving it to Cody.
Think about it. Listen to the legacy there. The Rock and Roman Reigns, the Samoan bloodline. Come on. This is the culmination of the whole bloodline story. Night 2 at WrestleMania. When the match ends 1, 2, 3, you got those wrestle vibes flowing through your body. You get out and leave that arena like that was it.
Yeah, that's like
So-
Shout out to Wrestle
30,
Vibes.
40 years
So
of
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Everybody's
25-minute match, and 15 is gonna be the entrance and them staring at each other.
I don't care if
That's
it's-
enough. That's enough. Do you want everybody to be Sammy Guevara and dive off of shit? When it means nothing?
Did you watch Hogan versus The Rock? That was not for match quality.
Yes,
That was
the match
fans.
sucks if you listen
The
to it
fan-
without the audience. I know. I've watched it.
Exactly. But who watches wrestling without the audience? Wrestling is all
Exactly.
about the audience.
That's the
and
whole
for
thing
the
of
record,
wrestling.
the tribal chief will have to hold the championship until the end of September.
Yo, bro, I
2024
cannot wait to
beat
come on
Hogan's
here.
record.
Hey, bro.
So
Oh my
no
God.
SummerSlam. No SummerSlam.
Ooh.
WrestleMania is what?
September
April 6th and April
2024.
7th, right?
It's going-
WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, Roman's champion next WrestleMania.
All right. I see y'all here April 9th.
Hey, finalize the bet right now. What
You
is the
got a
bet?
lot
What
of
is the bet?
people to pay off
Finalize
in
this
this
shit
bet.
right now, bro.
I was gonna say you got a lot of people who want to bet against you right here, Brian. You're gonna have a lot of money to pay.
Oh, that's
have a
fine.
lot of
Listen,
money to
50,
spend.
all right, bro. $50 each, man. Come on.
I'm down. Let's get it.
I'm in. I'm
Y'all
the
hear it
first
on
one
the
in
pod.
here.
All right, man. So
I'm the
50.
first one in
All right,
there.
then.
All
All right, then. Lock
All
it in.
right.
Then who's locking it in?
Dub said
It
he.
in right now.
Oh, Dubs is locked in.
All right,
There's
so
no way
Omar-
Cody Rhodes.
Omar locked in.
Cody Rhodes is not beating Roman at
Omar,
this year's WrestleMania.
Dubs, and
No,
Kenny.
Not for the
Locking
not for the
in?
We're gonna
title.
be at WrestleMania.
I bet. Omar,
well,
Dubs, and
let's
Kenny.
It
I'll
has
write
to
that
be
down
this
right now.
WrestleMania where Roman loses the title to Cody
I'm
Rhodes.
gonna send y'all my.
It's
I'm gonna send y'all my cash app. I'm gonna send y'all my
Brian,
cash app.
I'm gonna collect that money right next to you because I'm gonna be there.
Exactly.
That
I'm
is Philly.
too.
He'll
You're
take
gonna
it
buy
cash.
my arena chicken
Keep
nuggets.
it a whisper in your ear. You got that catch up?
Nasty arena chicken tenders.
Man, listen, bro. We go.
Exactly.
Don't
Speaking of
worry,
chicken
man.
tenders, speaking of chicken tenders, I got these for Brian right here.
Are those the
A
Dino?
little consolation.
Them is
You got
Dino
dino
nuggets.
nuggets?
Dino nuggets. These are just nuggets.
Yo, I
Them
always
shits
get
is
Dino.
Dino nuggets. bro.
Yeah, my boy got
Nuggets.
dino nuggets.
And I love
Check
that.
out them.
Oh, jeez.
Yo,
All right,
Cody,
y'all. We are almost at 2 hours.
Nah, we can keep going. Nah, I'm just playing, man. Listen, we'll be here forever because I'm not losing this argument, bro. It's clearly a
I'm right with you,
one-man
Brian.
army.
Hey, Brian, I got your back, Brian. No, I got your
Hey,
back.
hey,
Brian.
2-man army.
All right,
Brian.
Deli, we need your $50 too. Throw it in the pot.
Brian,
There you go.
I feel for you. I feel for you because I went through this for my entire fandom of Rob Van Dam's entire WWE run.
Oh gosh.
I felt the way you feel. Why is he not in the main event? Why didn't he beat Triple H for the world title with the water spitting? I was the biggest mark.
I mean, he beat
wanting
John
him
Cena
to-
though.
You know what?
Nobody cared about
Hold
that. That
on.
was way too late.
It's
way
Taco
too late.
Kid.
He should have been beating Stone Cold and Kurt Angle in the
This
in the
Taco
Invasion
Kid has a
storyline.
bet for you too,
That's what I
Brian.
wanted.
Who?
You go bald if Roman Reigns retains.
Hey,
Oh.
Mr. Dubs, I agree. Hey, Mr. Dubs, I agree with that because
I like that one.
he was hot. He was hot. He should have.
It was Austin
He
and
was
company.
hot.
Steve Austin
Yeah,
would have happily
hot.
passed the torch.
Hold on, y'all. I got to see if Brian buys into this one. You go
I don't
bald.
think he
No,
doing
no,
it.
no. We gotta make
You
it
go
clear.
bald if Roman retains.
Or if Cody,
then what does he
or if
get?
Cody doesn't finish the story.
If Cody
That's
doesn't
what we're
finish the
betting on,
story,
right?
you go bald.
The whole bet is Cody finishing
Yeah,
the
if
story.
Cody's
Cody
not in the
beating
main
Roman
event,
Reigns for
that's
the
one.
title.
And if he loses, you go
Remember,
bald.
finishing the story does not mean winning any title other than
No,
beating
I'm talking
Roman
about beating
himself.
Roman. That's
for
I mean,
Roman Reigns'
I'm
title.
very confident
Yes.
in that narrative. I'm very confident.
Okay.
I go bold.
You
Oh,
gonna put your hair on
boy.
it?
What is he getting if he has to shave his head? What is he
Yeah,
getting
facts.
if the
What
story
am I
ends?
getting
What does he
tacos?
get?
I don't want no tacos, my boy. I'll
I'll give
tell
you
you that.
100.
Yeah.
I'll give you 100. I'll
Listen,
give you
man.
100 from Mr. Taco Kid, but you gotta
Nah,
shave your hair.
100, it got to be more than 100, bro. If I'm putting my head on the line, Paul.
Nah, your hair gonna grow back.
I'll throw it on.
$100 ain't gonna grow back in my pocket. I gotta go get it.
All right, bro. Listen. All right, let's do this, Kenny. All right.
I'm not shaving my head.
No.
Oh man, them dreads
on,
have stayed.
it's
Let's
too
do
long
this,
with
bro. I go bald, and if Cody finishes the story, you gotta buy me the title that Cody finishes the story with, my brother.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
There we
That's
go.
a big
That's
bet.
the bet. I'll buy it and ship it right to you. Oh, well, I had to buy it in the arena. Okay. Yeah, before we leave the arena, I'll buy it for you.
There you go.
Let's do
There
it.
you go. That's how you do it.
All right,
Bro, that's
somebody
my
clip
hair.
Wait a
that.
minute.
Can I put my beard on the
What?
line?
hold on. If I gotta buy it in the arena, then we go back to the hotel and I get to shave your head.
Oh,
Live on stream, I get to shave your head.
Oh.
All right, but
Storytelling.
if I shave my head, can it be like really low? Like I don't want like to be bald.
Oh, no, I'm gonna just get some clippers like I used to shape up my beard or something. And I'm not a barber. I'm just taking it all down. You still have a little stubble up there.
Buzz cut.
Hey,
You ain't gonna be shiny bald.
Can I get a buzz cut? A buzz cut.
I don't know how to do a buzz cut. You just gonna have a bald head.
You're gonna look like Kane when they did the mask reveal. That's what you're
It's okay. It'll grow back even stronger.
And I'm not done with you, Deli.
Oh gosh.
I'm not done with you, Deli, by a long shot. I need that head shaved too. I gotta go Michael Jordan bald, though.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan bald in this camp.
All right, bro. All right. I
You see what you did, Brian? He better finish that story, man.
Basically, I got 150 on the line and I got a bald head on the line.
How much is the belt?
The bill costs 500.
Oh wait, you wildin'. Hold on.
You didn't
That is crazy.
Oh man, I'm thinking.
I got
about
300.
it.
I got 350 towards it.
I guess we'll think about it, man. We'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
No, but so is the bet? Is it going to be if you're saying you're putting 350? Are we all throwing in the other?
No,
50
the money bet is on.
The belt? No. So I'm saying, so the belt isn't separate from the money.
Oh no, that's separate. That's separate. Now listen.
Okay.
We gonna do the bet. I got 50. I got 50 against Dubbs, Omer, and Kenny. So I got 150 on the line right now. 150, yeah. I could deal with that, bro. I'm not doing 100 each though, but 150 I could do. So that's valid with me, bro. All right. So the bet is locked in. Y'all can record this. I shake y'all hand, man. You know what I'm saying?
So are you shaving your head?
I said find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z next Tuesday.
All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap it up in the car. We got Omer in the building. Omer, please let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, you guys can find me youtube.com/Real Take Wrestling. And you could also find me here right now. Subscribe to Off the Top, guys.
Yes,
all right, make sure y'all follow Omer. We got some content over there on his channel too. So he is a best friend of the show. We will be doing content back and forth with each other. So make sure y'all check him out. And we got a new best friend of the show. Deli is in the building.
Yo, Deli, stop being shy, my boy. Let him know where to find you.
Man, you can find me on Twitch. I Twitch every single day. LX Deli. Also, you get social media on Twitter. I'm on Twitter all the time. So every time some Dynamite, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, you can find me on the Truth 23, or you can find me on Simply Deli. I got two of them, so you can find me on that. YouTube stuff will be coming soon, though. I do have a YouTube page called Nonsense Deli. I have that also, so y'all can find me on that. Follow me on that. I appreciate everybody in here. It was fun talking to y'all, fun arguing with everybody. So thank you. Make sure y'all like and subscribe too. Like and subscribe too. That's important.
Yeah.
That's most important.
Yes, sir. We got less likes than the current amount of viewers in here. We got 34 likes and 35 viewers. If y'all don't hit that like button right now, man, I'm not going bald. So hurry up. Hit that like button.
Ooh, he's really trying to back out of this ball.
Already. All right, and not Mr. Dubbs. Jay Barnacles asked, what's the wrestling code update? Not the wrestling code, Ultra Pro Wrestling. I do not remember what we were talking about when we typed that up.
It's like behind a Patreon for $5.
No, I don't remember what we were talking about when we typed that up, but we are going to do a separate video on it, Jay Barnacles. We didn't get to it today because we just passed 2 hours, and we're supposed to keep it at 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we'll do a separate video dedicated to it.
Yeah.
But anybody else got anything they want to throw out there before we get up out of here?
I'll also put on a bet. If Roman loses, I'll shave my beard completely. I've not done it in maybe 10 years. So
what you want from
hair,
us?
But $50.
$50 each.
I'm with you. I'm on your side, kiddo. So.
Yeah.
All right, so if Roman loses, I bet that's fine with me, bro. Let's get it.
Okay.
That's locked in. Let's get it.
All right, so Brian's going to shave his head. Kiddo's going to shave his head and his beard. So that's going to be very interesting.
Wait, you shaving your head and beard?
I was just gonna
I thought
say
he was just
beard,
shaving the
Kero
beard.
Nah,
just
he
said
doesn't
his
even gonna get
beard.
the
Yeah.
two-piece. Not
Look,
do that
I'm
either.
looking for a job right now.
Kiro's about to look like an egg. That shit finna be crazy.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
I wasn't looking for a job, I would have done it. If I wasn't looking for a job, I would have done
Yeah,
it.
why are you trying to hurt Valentine's chances here? Why you got to right before Valentine's too?
All right,
Let's be right
Loaded, take us out the building.
So I think Cody was gonna. No, wait a minute. What was I gonna say? I knew Roman would I knew Roman would win last year. Cody had no chance. But guys, check out the channel. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Give this video a like. Well, the stream a like. And we'll see y'all next Tuesday on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.